Okay, let me turn on the computer mic. I don't have my mic today, so hopefully you can hear me. Let me say hi to chat. It's like, am I gonna stream tonight? I don't know. I don't always feel like it. Um, okay. I guess I can make that bigger. Ooh, that's so hard to see. Um, I wonder. Oh, I gotta change it in like Streamlabs or some shit. I'll fix it so like it's more visible. Um, okay. So I'm gonna do a few reacts. I'm trying to think. Like I did want to play what's the name of it? 1970 Revolution Black Friday. Like I did want to play that. So I might play a little bit of that before I get off. We'll see. I'm trying to do Lucy Liu's character today, so oh, is that camera? Hold on, let me check my next ago. Let me check my next ago. Okay, I'm putting my hand in front of it. It's definitely not on. Damn, I'm on Twitch alerts. I'm tripping. There we go. I'm on Twitch alerts. Okay. Oh, see, I don't want to move this because it's gonna be like hella dark, but I don't think this light's on. No. See, it's hella dark now, and you can still like this paint is rough. That light just bounces off this shit, bruh. I guess okay. I guess it's not that far off. Jeez Louise. I think I'm gonna leave it like that. I guess. I never know how to deal with the lighting situation. I think that like I want it to be like not too dark, but like you can see some of the colors. That's what I have to do. Um, let's see. I actually need my tablet, but I'm like, where the fuck I'm gonna put it? Hold up. And let me actually get ready to turn something on. I got a few reacts lined up. Okay, that one I can take off. Like, let me take off all the old ones so that it doesn't like replay the old ones again. Um, oh, I did. Wait, where's my other? Did I get rid of the wrong ones? Hold up. Mm, because I had 90 Day Fiance up here too. Somebody had it. Damn, did they get rid of it? That's probably what happened. Like it was the full react too. I mean, it was the full episode. Damn. Like I'm kind of butthurt about that. um. Oh, I can't stand. What's his face? Um. Damn. I think I just. I don't think it was dead. So shit. I mean, I could just watch it from TLC to be honest. Two unavailable videos are hidden. Ah, they got rid of that shit. I'm just going to TLC and watch it. Let's see. I'll turn to that one. Oh my goodness, my 600 pound life. People be reacting to that like it's funny or some shit. I was just like, oh my goodness, it's so depressing. I mean, I'll watch it though. Like it's kind of fascinating in like a morbid sort of way, but alrighty. Need to charge this. Yeah, I can watch that from TLC. Let me see. Camera Agent. I do like this wig. I do. Although I cut the lace off. I don't like that I did that. I cut it off too much. It's very annoying. Because now it definitely looks wiggy. And I don't like that. Where? Watch that from TLC. Let me see.
And I
got
also
the computer
love
at an
my
angle. I
life
really
in
don't
blow
like
dryer.
how
Don't make
we
fun of
do
me. I
like
was feeling
this
myself
way.
today.
I
Whenever you see me
don't.
using a blow dryer on TikTok
do
or
better.
YouTube,
Although
it
I
is
cut the
this
lace
blow
off. I don't
dryer.
like that I
I
did
love
that.
it
Cut it
so
off. Be like
much.
right here.
Let me tell you actually something. I haven't told anybody this. I
'Cause now
haven't
let
even
me
told
see.
Lyfin. When I first got this product, I honestly thought there must be something wrong with it. This is like
And
a
that's
fourth
right.
of the
The
price
computer
of
at an angle.
all
I
the
don't
computer
like
brands
how
on the
it looks.
Woman's excess weight causes her
don't.
fingers and lips to
Okay,
turn
that's a little
blue.
better, but
600-pound life will react to it today. Woo!
I'm gonna be
But I
like
want to
right
take a minute
here.
before we get into it to just
Let me
remind everyone out there,
scooch.
especially after the last couple of videos we've been making.
Okay, so this is Reactception. Is that Brad Mondo? He doing commercials? I like reacting to React, so okay, let me pull up. I don't care.
90% of content
I don't
creators,
care, I
even
don't
the ones
care.
that you love, are pieces of trash. Do not forget that. I will die on that hill. Remember my words. They're
so
all
this is
trash.
what React
Of
said.
content creators, even the ones that you love, are pieces of trash.
Yeah, I
Do
mean,
not
people-
forget that. I will die
I
on
like
that hill.
reacting to
Remember
React,
my
so
words.
People are
They're all trash,
pieces of
except for
trash.
me.
I don't care. I
Me
don't
and
care.
Dane, we're the greatest ever. The
I'm
best YouTube
done.
channel to ever exist. We're gonna keep doing our thing. We're gonna keep trying to not be problematic as best we can.
Wait, what'd he say?
And we'll probably
people
fade
are
off into
people,
obscurity
though.
because it seems like only the people who are the worst can
people
make it to the
on
top these days.
of that, like, people don't show you them.
But anyway, yes, 600-pound life. Let's watch it.
Gotta go, gotta pee.
Then
food.
Heathen
When you
food.
become as heavy as I have,
You see,
it's hard.
One
He's about
issue
to-
that I'm having. People are people.
Is he helping her get up or is he about to hit
Is
her with
that
the
I
bedpan?
definitely feel like
I-
then
you know,
on
I'd
top of
be
that, like,
sore.
people don't show you them.
I feel like I
entire
painted
selves
the
on
sword
social
too
media.
thick.
So
One thing
there's
I'm
that.
like very annoyed that I didn't do that like most professional customers do is like lay down a stencil. Like,
One
I
issue
shoulda
that I'm
did that
having
instead of trying to freehand
is that I
the shit.
definitely feel like I drew
Because then
the
you gotta go back and
sword.
like change
I feel like
stuff.
I painted the sword too thick.
Okie doke.
One thing
Found the
I'm like very
photo.
annoyed that I didn't do
Can I
that
open
like
this a new tab?
most professional
That is
customers do
easier.
is like lay down a stencil. Like I
Okay.
should have did that.
Instead of trying to freehand the shit.
Because then you got to go back and like change stuff.
Okie doke. I found the photo. Can I open this in a new tab? That is easier.
I
Okay.
actually kind of want to cover that up. And just repaint it. Because look at this compared to like what I did. The sword is just like ridiculous. I'm gonna do that first because that's gonna piss me off. I kind of want to cover that up. That's gonna annoy me. It's already annoying me, so let me fix that first. And just
Trying to
repaint it.
decide. I don't know.
Because look at like
Well, he's
look
not
at
gonna-
this.
She's not getting off on that side of the
compared
bed,
to, like,
Dane. He's
what
not
I did.
rolling her that way so she can get up.
The
He's got
sword is
he's got
just like
the doggy
ridiculous.
pad. Oh
I'm
no!
gonna do that.
Okay, I
first,
have to
no!
go
Water
piss
pisses
me
me
off.
off.
for
'cause I
granted.
feel like
Like
my breath
walking
is
to the
going to
bathroom.
hell. It's already annoying me.
This is my
breath
bed.
be going
This is
through
my
it.
bathroom. This is my dinner table.
Okay, so this is Penny,
Ooh.
and she's bedridden. This is her bathroom. This is her table. This is her.
Wow.
Okay,
She's-
I sold
she
the
has a caretaker.
this time.
He's
'cause
hitting
I
with
feel
that
like
bedpan right
my
now.
breasts just be just
Yeah.
going
And
through hell,
they're
bro.
going to show it. I know they're going to show it.
My breasts be going through
I
it.
don't feel good. Ah!
Oh, they did.
All right, look.
Feel good.
I don't feel good. Ah!
Oh,
No.
they did.
Damn.
All right, look, Scott. People are trying to eat Scott. Don't show
It's
them that.
so depressing, bro.
Yeah, okay, we seen it.
Y'all did
Oh,
it.
that she and she,
500
boy, that was a
$500.
that was a big
Y'all knew
bedpan.
this was
That
my
sucker was-
600-pound life.
filled
You know
that
what's
up.
about to happen.
Wow. So, Kenny, you ever heard
You
that
about
saying?
to
You don't.
see crazy.
you don't eat where you-
angles. You about to see somebody probably get changed
You don't
and
eat when you poop.
clean.
Yeah. Well, this is her bed, her bathroom, her table. It's a little bit of everything, and so
That's rough.
this can't be good.
Y'all knew this was
I
my
think what she got, like,
600
right there
pound
beside
life.
her.
You
There's,
know
like,
what's about
pills
to
or something
happen
over
when
there,
this
or there's,
sword
like,
up.
her
You about
crafts
to
so she can
see
make
crazy
things with
angles.
it.
Cover up the sword.
I
Y'all
hope
have to
that's
show
not.
somebody
Dude, if that's
how
all
to get
pill
the chain,
boxes,
like,
that's
the
insane.
jacket and clean.
Here,
and
hold on.
hair.
It's gonna be good.
Right now.
Hang on a minute. Hang on a minute. What is
Food
that?
addiction.
What is that?
That's rough.
Okay.
You got her the mozzarella sticks.
Yeah,
Are
yeah.
those
All
hush
right,
puppy
we'll
and chicken?
start
They
by
look-
covering this
They look
sword
like hush
up.
puppies. I thought it was gonna say the same.
I think I'm
It's
gonna
like a
cover
chicken
up the
nuggets
sword
and
focus
French
solely
fries. Got the
on,
ketchup.
like,
Okay.
the
Bruh.
jacket and
Doing
the
it
face
big.
and the hair.
Give her a salad.
Right
Give her.
now.
What is she gonna do? Get up and beat you up
Give
or
her
something?
some,
She's
stir-fried
bedridden. What
veggies
she's
or
gonna sit there and just be
something.
mad about it? Put some headphones
It
on
ain't
and go
gotta
about
be
your
a
day.
salad.
But
It
he
could
ain't
be like
cooking.
something flavorful. But
That's true.
shit, give her
Through
some
that
damn
through that microwave and it's
veggies.
ready to go.
Food addiction has become my life.
I don't wanna. Okay. Give her some stir-fried veggies or something. It ain't gotta be a salad. It could be like something flavorful. But shit, give her some damn veggies. Yeah, I definitely want to redo this part again. Okay. Okay.
Don't chase money. Money's
Yeah, I
removal.
definitely want to
believe
redo
that it's
this
the root of all
part
evil?
again.
Or do I feel like that it gives me the opportunity to have more freedom to actually do what I was put on this earth to do? To give back to my church, to help my mom and dad, to actually get out of your
Man,
computer and into the
if
own
anything,
reality of what you could
it's
actually
greed,
accomplish.
not
You
money
have this
in itself.
identity
It's
in your brain,
greed.
the self-image
What
in
people,
your
money
mind that
makes
is either
people
keeping you
do.
where you are and preventing you where you need to be. And what I'm going to do today
If
in
it
this
wasn't
thing called
money, that
quantum
would be
leaping
something
is your
else.
ability to take
It's
this
just
thermostat and to
greed.
like raise that up. Who wants to raise it? Say aye.
Man,
Now, the
if
biggest thing that
anything,
changed my
who
life
else
was
can
when
read
I
not
found a
money
mentor who
in
essentially
itself
helped me
belongs
get out of the
greed.
situation that I was in
What
and give me this.
money makes people
Hey,
do.
Ed, I need a paper towel.
Food addiction has become her life. We've
If it
seen
wasn't money, though,
a
it'd be
lot of these
something
episodes,
else.
and we've seen how much they eat
I
every
gotta do
meal.
that.
And I think
Yeah.
she's
I'm
she's
so
holding
happy I
back for the
brought in
cameras
water
right
this
now.
time to clean my
Oh,
breasts.
100%. This
Cool.
is
this like
Whitney the
appetizer
God's
I
channel,
like
to the meal.
Colossus.
I said
If she got
So
like
I
a food
gotta
addiction, unless it's
be
just like a
accustomed
steady
to,
stream of
like,
food all day at this,
working with
at that
paint that
size.
dries
I
quickly.
started out just like anyone else, and every time I had a problem, it's a
Why did I
pound,
do that?
2 pounds, 5 pounds.
I'm so
And I
happy I
just
brought
kept
in water
going.
this time to clean my
Jeez.
breasts.
Every time you had a problem, a pound.
Okay.
We know some
Right,
people
like,
that every time they have a
I
problem,
said this before.
they
I gotta
drink.
get reaccustomed to
That
like
problem.
Yeah.
working with
Yeah.
paint.
You know who you
dries.
are.
I
But
mean,
they can lead
both
to
can kill
pounds.
you.
quit it.
Even as early as 2nd and 3rd grade, I knew I was heavier. And I remember like 4th grade, I started having to wear a plus
What do you mean
size.
heavier? I mean, she's like
Damn.
just a little girl.
Right. I was gonna say, and she's like, looks like about the same size as the other girls. I don't.
I mean,
Yeah,
both
sure, you got
can
like
kill
probably the
you.
extra skinny one here, but she's like probably 2 years younger too.
Right.
I guess that brings up like a topic of like your like the image you have of yourself in your head. Like I remember growing up, and I remember I used to think I was fat, right? And looking back, nah, like I was not.
Right.
I was never fat until recently, and now I'm fat, right? But I remember being like, oh man, I'm over here like moving my skin, like, oh man, I'm so fat. You know, like what was I talking about? She's got the same thing going on. I don't know. It's like that hindsight to where when you actually gain like 60 pounds, you go,
Oh, now I'm fat. Okay, this is a fat
Yeah,
life.
all
I
right.
got you.
But then if I gained like another, 100 pounds, I'd look back and be like, what was I talking about back then? I wasn't fat,
Right.
I hated that really bad. Just gaining 20 pounds a
shit.
year.
20 pounds a year. What age was she when that? Is that when she's this weight? Or was that when she was just a little girl growing, like going through a growth spurt, like 20 pounds a
These
year?
summer
is-
flies
starting at
are
fourth
a
grade?
little
My
distracting.
weight is very near 600 at this time.
We got like an indoor fly zapper though. It's pretty cool.
I let
Goodness gracious.
food be
When
You
he
just
brought
hear,
that ketchup in there,
like you hear buzzing.
it was up to the neck. Like it was like all that. Yeah, where
Or
did it
something,
go?
get
Where did all
some
that ketchup go?
fucking-
There's just a little squirt
Somebody
right there.
damn
Where'd the rest of it go?
electric-
It's not down there at the
Yeah.
bottom down there.
You
Ain't
know
no
the
way.
hush puppies got it neat. They need it, man. They're a little dry.
Yeah, it's true.
With a little
Hush
corn
puppies
in
are
it.
so dry. Ugh.
because you know where your cowlick is. I help take care of my son,
Okay, so
but it's
let's focus
here.
on like the color
If he refused to come into my
face
bubble, then
again.
I wouldn't be able to help him.
Yeah, well, that's mean. Yeah, you get your kid out there doing everything. She can't even do anything. But I'm saying, like, when it comes to what she's eating, what is she gonna do if they just stop giving her what she
Stop.
wants?
Right.
Yeah,
Just
like
stop waiting hand
She
and
just
foot.
going to have to eat
I guess
what
that's
they
pretty
give her,
extreme
which
though.
is
Like
why
yeah,
I'm
when you're in
like,
a
the
situation like that, when
caretakers
actually
are part of
they
the
feel like you're just being
problem.
mean and torturing her, right? You know?
Yeah.
Maybe they'll go to the doctor. The doctor will be like, God dang, that's what you should do. And then they'll be like, let's do it, doc. I've just been looking at the house and stuff. I don't know. Like, obviously, that, like, it's dirty in a room and stuff like that. But there's boxes and stuff. Like when I was looking at these dolls in the background, right? And like, they got those weird, like, you don't,
creepy ones.
you sleep on the couch and they stare at your soul. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
And then it
It's a
zooms
cat,
out.
So
and
many
there's
more dolls.
yeah, they keep summoning more.
Like,
That's
I
why they're
wanna
all up
be
there.
able to see
And then
it, like,
it zooms out and there's like
here.
moving boxes back here.
But
And
I
then like
can't
a
do
thing,
that.
like a walker.
Walker.
Yeah.
I'm
That's
trying
behind
to
moving
think.
boxes. That ain't been moved in a hot minute.
Yeah. I was just wondering of like what the whole
do that?
situation here is, you know.
I'm gonna have to figure that out.
Penny has been
Oh, was she eating a pie now? They just gave her the. Yeah, I knew it. She got that. She
Yeah.
got that pot pie. And the dog's like, bro.
I love a good
Oh,
pie
my
pie.
devil's food, chocolate.
and it is difficult to think that I could lose her.
You keep feeding her like that, you might.
Sorry. Sorry. Just got to keep myself composed. I just that. Very loving husband.
feeding her
Very
like
loving
that,
husband.
you
He's a good
might.
guy. He's a good
Gotta
guy.
get like a basic.
I can't make any more apologies. I can't make another apology video. Just keep
Like a-
going.
What a week,
going for
man.
like
What a
a-
week.
Can't make another apology video.
Stop.
Can't do it.
So the cake mix, candy, it's usually junk.
Junk. Look at all that junk food. So he's
Gotta
shopping
get, like,
right
a
now. He's doing the
basic-
groceries. He's over here picking up Ben and Jerry's. How much money they got? They're not getting by on disability for
Like
getting Ben and
a-
Jerry's. That's for
going
sure.
For like
Yeah,
a,
they're not even getting the big tub. They're getting the
olive.
small individual ones that are like $10 a piece.
Yeah. Dude, you know what? These things are like $16 in Australia a piece.
Ah!
Like you gotta love
That's
some
gonna be
Ben and
expensive, but
Jerry's.
we
It's just
gonna-
like
we gonna try to
ridiculous.
work with
You
it.
just get the ones beside it that are like half the price. It's not
Yeah,
like they
for
taste
real.
half as good. They're still good
Oh,
too.
yeah.
Ed loves Penny, but Penny is very stubborn, and Ed does enable her. She
Obviously.
buys whatever she tells him, and if he
Yeah, he does what he's told. Gives her, he buys all this.
And the big
Yeah,
gallon
it's
of
gonna be
ice cream
expensive,
and the
but
big
we
gallon.
gonna- we
She
gonna
got a
try to
food
work
addiction or a
with
sugar
it.
addiction? They got there's a fruity pebbles right here.
Yeah,
That looks like it's
Puffs.
Reese's Pieces. Yeah, it's Reese's, but you know, it's Reese's Puffs. Yeah, I got a
Icing?
bag of it. M&M's, cake mix,
Oh, yeah,
icing,
3 cakes.
to icing.
Bro, that's
they
not
got
grocery shopping at all.
they have like a birthday party.
Right.
Whose birthday is this? They got 1 can tomato soup, I guess.
And sour cream.
And some sour, yeah, 2 things of sour cream. What do you make it? Like the only, what do you make out of this? What meal is created out of this?
Ed definitely does bring the food in to the house, but I also believe that he doesn't have much choice.
We do.
Oh, he has all the choice.
He
Yeah, he
has
literally has
some
all the
choice.
choice.
Like,
He
come
has-
on.
Right.
I get it. Like, she's like, alrighty. She's
Let's
probably
do our
manipulative and probably gets
mix.
like loud and like starts fucking bitching if she doesn't get what she wants. But it's like,
He has
I
some
mean,
choice. Like, come on.
He just has to like.
I get it.
Like,
It
she's
has to be tough
manipulative
love
at that point, bruh.
Hmm.
Like, you are slowly killing her. She's probably
He has a choice.
manipulative
It's
and
just a
probably
hard
gets
choice.
like loud and like starts fucking bitching
got a
if she
damn
doesn't get what
choice.
she wants. But it's like,
She ain't leaving that room. Right
That's,
now.
I
She got
mean,
all the toys.
He's literally
he
taking
just
care of her.
has
She
to
doesn't
like
like it. Wants
feed
to-
herself.
it
Like, you
has to be
got some
tough love
choice,
at that
bruh.
point, bruh. Like
So
you
I'm
are
gonna get
slowly
rid of
killing
divorce
her.
in you, and he'd be like,
She has a choice. It's just a hard
"Who's
choice.
gonna take care of you then?"
Okay, I got
You
my
know, I'm
little
just trying to help you.
spray bottle.
gotta
So
go.
I guess
We do eat
I guess if I need it.
You do
Oh shit.
sometimes.
sometimes like that.
Like, she can't
We do
feed
it
herself.
properly
Like, you got some
sometimes.
choice, bruh.
We're gonna bury her, and Liam's gonna walk beside her casket. He's gonna watch his mommy.
Okay,
eat
I got
the
my
ground.
little spray
Probably
bottle.
before he's 10
So
years
I
old.
guess
Well, the intrusive thoughts win.
I guess if I
I mean,
need it.
I don't know. Sorry, I'm
Oh,
being like
shit.
too critical. I think at this point, but I mean, it's true. Like she's not.
It
like,
is true.
you-
She's not
it's
on
not
a good
sustainable.
But it's
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not
like,
sustainable
that's
for the
probably
long
what's
term if you're
gonna
trying to like
happen.
not.
Just like
die
it's happened
young,
to
right?
so many other people.
But she
on
does have the
show.
Febreze right there because I know she's got to be gassy and she's
Pretty
just hooking it up.
much.
Facts.
She got-
Boy, she got
she-
8 sauces. Look at this.
I know. That's what I was just looking at, man. Look, she's got all the different flavors.
It is
got
true.
the onion rings, more chicken
It's
nuggets. I
harsh,
guess these are
but
chicken
it's
strips.
Like, that's probably
She
what's
likes
going
it.
to
You know,
happen.
deep fried. She's ready.
Just like it's
Corn
happened to
nuggets?
so many other
Corn dog,
people on the show.
corn dog minis.
I know that he went to the grocery store and bought all that food, and she's getting
Okay.
takeout. I know that.
Dude,
I feel like that
you ain't
10,
wrong.
For
maybe
sure.
20.
Okay, so now he's got.
Maybe I should do
Look,
more 10.
They got the pizza over here. And I think he's got a whole pecan pie right there. That's what that looks like.
Yeah.
The sisters are over eating their
I gotta
salad.
change my lock screen because
Because they know what show they're on. They're like, yeah, you ain't going to see us eating like that. Nah.
I know I need to change because
I feel
He
like that's trying to
deserves
match that. Maybe
full-time mom.
Maybe I should
Mhm.
do more 10.
There's another part of this. I know I'm
definitely
stopping
need
this a
more
lot.
10.
But
I put a lot of
like,
white in that. I
He
need more
deserves a
10.
full
Ooh, I
time
gotta
mom.
change
You
my
know, I
lock
should do this for my
screen,
kid.
'cause
You can also do it
that's
for
too
yourself as well.
much.
Like it's okay
That
to be a
is.
little selfish and
Then
like
I'm
try
like-
to be better for yourself. But I always feel like that's
Well,
like the
trying to
last
match
ditch. Like
that.
I've given up on life statement
trying
of
to
like
match
I need to do
that.
it for my kid.
I definitely need
That's
more 10.
commendable. That's great,
I put
but
a lot of
I
white
do
in
wish
that.
more
I
people
need
would
more
do
10.
stuff for themselves as well. You know,
Right.
maybe there'll be more success with things like trying to lose the weight if they're trying to do it for themselves and not putting all their expectations or their hopes
Pull the
on
face out.
somebody
Yeah.
else and doing it for them. I don't know. I got mixed feelings about it. Last ditch effort to change her life. She hopes to get weight loss surgery. Oh boy.
Oh, we know who we're going to see. We know
Already
who
what
we're
he's
going to see.
Already know what he's going to say too.
This physician is the first one that's willing to really see me and take the risk at my weight to do the surgery.
Up with mommy.
Oh boy.
What is that? Oh, that's actually somebody standing there. Oh my god!
Oh.
It like paused on like this frame, like right there, where like it looks like their head smashed. I was like, "What is that? Is that like a wax figure or something?" Like, what? Okay, it's just a little girl. Okay, but so I wanted to point out what she said. This is the first
boy.
doctor who's willing to take the risk to do the surgery for her at her weight. So they're not going to see doctor now because he would be like, "Get on this diet."
Right.
First, right? Oh
right.
man.
Or maybe she just don't know
Matter of
yet.
fact,
You
let
know,
me look up
maybe they do. I don't know, but that's like a weird thing to say. I don't know with watching these episodes.
Say besides goodbye.
I don't know.
See you later.
Uh-oh.
Runes loads a complete serving of fruits, veggies, adaptogens, vitamins, minerals,
See, that's
super
gonna
mushrooms,
take too
prebiotics, and
long.
antioxidants like organic
Bro,
kale,
pink skin
spirulina,
tones is just so-
guac.
I have not mastered
They're
that
trying to
yet. I
have
ain't
this
even
like
gonna hold y'all. Like,
this emotional
I ain't
goodbye,
even
and
gonna
she's
hold y'all,
crying,
bro.
and
How
he's
do I
over here
get that
hyped up
skin
on
tone?
sugar. I don't know, slap in the face.
Here's our plan.
See,
She
that's
wants me
gonna take
pulled
too
up to that.
long.
They got-
let me
they got the
put
fire
on
department
my
over here to
skin
get her
tones
out.
is just cause bitch, I have not mastered
need
that yet.
help.
I ain't even gonna hold y'all. Like, I ain't even gonna hold
This
y'all.
is what
bro.
I'm
How do I
watching.
get that skin tone? That skin tone, like this one. How I get down? Let me put on what I'm watching. Cause bitch. Well, I guess that's. I didn't want to just do white and yellow, like, and a dash
This
of
is what I'm watching.
red. That skin tone, like this one. Okay. How I get down? It's like this kind of skin tone a little bit underneath. Well, I guess that's. I didn't want to just do white and yellow. Okay. And a dash of red.
That's gonna dry, I feel like. So let me go.
Okay. Okay.
Blue's
Okay.
picture. It's like this kind of skin tone a little bit
Yeah,
underneath.
that is it. It's like a
Okay.
maybe with mixed with a
Okay.
little bit of white too.
Okay. It's like a
That's gonna
tan,
dry,
like
I feel like.
golden color.
So let me go back to this picture. Yeah, that is it. It's like a maybe with mixed
Like
with
that
a
skin
little bit of
tone looks
white
great
too.
in red. It's
But
like
like
a
I
tan,
said,
like
Holy cow,
golden
they
color.
didn't.
God, Dave.
Okie
They brought the
dokie.
wide load.
I'm not gonna spray that
They
yet.
brought
Actually,
the
I'll
whole
mix
arrow kit,
some other
bro.
colors.
Stop the
Load.
traffic out here, Dave.
I'll try to mix some other colors.
Like that skin tone looks great in red.
Oh man.
But like I'm trying to drop a spill a whole lot of fun with this thing.
Okie dokie. I'm not gonna spray
was
that
that?
yet. Actually, I'll mix some other
Is that what she said? This is it, girl.
colors.
Like, okay.
I'll
Sure,
try
I
to
know you
pick some
haven't
other
seen anybody in a
colors
while.
here.
You've been bedridden, but god dang, Joe, it's okay. We'll get you out of here.
I'm trying
We gotta do a
to
little bit of measurement
drop a
outside, and
spill
we'll be
a
right back
whole lot.
in.
So that yellow.
Well, they got the
a bit
whole
of
squad out
red.
here.
Yes,
They got the fire department. They got first responders out here.
We gotta pivot to get feet first, so however. All right, guys.
I don't understand
Oh,
why they're doing
I
the
need more
traffic thing.
yellow.
Dude, I don't either. Dude's pulled up in his own yard. It makes no
I'm
sense.
talking
So
about that
they're not
yellow
doing it.
and a bit of
This is
red.
them way over here, and the dude's like, "Ah, you know,
Let me block
Whoa.
this off for you, bro.
That's right
Just in case.
So
What kind of yellow is this?
trying to be mean about it, but it's just like they're like, whoa,
Okay.
yeah, watch out, everybody,
it's a
it's coming
collector's
out.
edition
Yeah, I
yellow,
see
and
my
I still
hat.
have no freaking clue what it is.
All right. You're down.
Interesting.
Look at her, she's smiling. See, she's getting so much attention right now. She's so happy.
It's right
He's
here.
happy,
Like,
man.
thank you, everybody. Yeah,
What
I'm
kind of
out.
yellow is this?
This is it.
Boy, she looks comfy back there,
Damn.
Dane.
Okay.
Dude, she really
It's a
does.
collector's
This
edition
is the
yellow,
best
but I still
ride.
have no
Man.
freaking clue what it
They
is.
used to have Tammy rolling around the backseat back there. They need to get her a mattress and stuff like this.
Interesting.
She could die.
We need to do a quick
More
pit
that
stop.
way.
Quick pit stop where?
Chicken sandwich?
Where? Oh,
No.
Dane.
No.
She's one last meal, Dane. One last big one before she
Some of that
goes. They got to
white.
give her that molten fudge bites and
I feel
sundaes,
like
some cheesy
that's-
tots, some chicken. We know she likes her chicken nuggets,
That's
some
right.
onion rings.
And the onion
Heck
rings.
yeah.
Crispy or grilled?
Crispy.
Grilled.
No.
Crispy.
Oh, I'm sorry. Make that
Okay,
crispy.
let me go a little bit more yellow and a bit more white.
Crispy
Oh,
grilled.
shit.
She's like, I know, crispy. No, give her grilled.
This has to be the longest drive in history.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
dude,
you gotta get the colors down first.
Hang on. This is the longest
this
drive in history.
Okay.
One
Month
month.
one.
She's still on the road out there. She's still eating fast food.
That's very
Some say she
convenient.
gained 100 pounds or even arrived.
Penny,
Hey, how
I
are
think
you?
that's too much.
Hey, there he is.
Hi.
you glad you're
Oh,
here
you
now?
gotta get the colors
The
down
man.
first.
There he is.
Boy, he looks
Was
like
this-
a much younger chap right there.
You know,
Boy,
that's what I
he's
was
young and
thinking.
stunning
The ones
right
that
here,
got
dude.
the
I was like,
brush.
how long ago was this recorded? I
very
mean, his head
convenient.
is the same, but it's like
Yeah.
the rest of his body
I think
seems
that's
younger
too
for some
much.
reason. Maybe this is maybe that's how he got to start. You know, this was the first one he took on for the show.
Yeah.
Spoke. You ended the call with, I'm going to help you. And that meant everything to me.
They're very theatrical. Like her whole family. Like probably a lot of it's been cut for this video, but like the whole family is like super theatrical about it. I mean, I know she's like getting help and everything, but like the way she's saying it is. I don't know. It hits me as odd. Maybe I'm just cold-hearted.
No, it
I don't know.
doesn't.
But-
Yeah.
I mean,
well, I feel like she
been-
saved all of her concern.
That doesn't hit me as odd as at all. Like that's not like a life. Like you just kind of existing and getting bigger and like waiting to die. I can see why somebody would be like that, like happy.
No,
about
it doesn't.
I
learn
mean,
about
she
any of it until
been-
she saw the doctor.
that
She's
doesn't
been
hit me as odd
nonchalant,
as
don't care
at all. Like
true
you,
about
like
it,
that's
you
not
know,
like
well,
a
it's
life.
just
Yeah,
weird to me.
I don't-
Like you
I don't
just
see
kind of
it that
existing
way.
and
Maybe
getting
that's the
bigger
weird.
and
Maybe
like
that's what
waiting
I
to
feel
die.
is weird. Is
Everyone
like
is
she just
entitled.
seems to
See why
not
somebody
care
would
that
be
much.
like
Like
that,
they're
like
hyping it. They've been
happy
hyping
about
it
it.
up for like 5 minutes in this video. Like, oh, she's gonna die if she doesn't get help. It's her last chance, you know. And then she's been like, nom nom nom. And the doctor shows up and she's like, oh,
Yeah,
that's it.
I don't
That's what it
see
is.
that way,
saving
but-
me. You need to help
Everyone is
yourself at some point,
entitled.
please.
Oh, God.
I just have to be ready for everything head on.
Now she's like in pain.
Is that too?
Yeah.
Oh, you guys,
let me
she's
look.
been right. Well, maybe she is. I'm just saying.
I was
Yeah,
gonna.
maybe
I
sore
think I'm gonna
muscles
do
or
that
something. She's
color.
been back there for a
like,
month.
Everything's been fine. She's been
underneath,
riding around the
and
car, eating. Everything's been good. And she gets here and they
Let's see.
slaughter. And she's like, oh,
I feel
God,
like
I'm
that might still be too
dying."
We're
dark.
gonna check your weight now, okay?
Is that too?
This is the largest fish in the market.
I was gonna. I think
Yeah,
I'm gonna do
Like
that
this fish in the
color.
market. They
Like,
got her
that's a
strapped
little
up,
too
man.
much,
530
man.
though. She almost made it to 600
Let me
pounds. Not
see.
quite.
Yeah.
That's good.
Make sure this
Like that
bitch ain't
might still be
sliding
too
on.
dark.
No, it. That scale ought to be ashamed.
I might want to
This
like
scale,
break that
how
off a little
rude.
bit. I feel like that's
Wow.
still too
Oh
dark.
my
That's a little
gosh!
too
It
dark,
even has the
actually.
slanty mad eyes too. I can't
No,
believe it.
that'll do. Make sure this bitch ain't
Shame
sliding
on the
on.
scale. Shame.
If your oxygen saturation is better than mine, why do you need
I
have
might want to
oxygen?
like wipe
At
that
20
off a
minutes,
little
my
bit.
fingers and lips get blue. Like right now, I'm starting to be very uncomfortable.
Huh. All right.
That'll do.
She's
Just
always
so
on
it's
oxygen.
not
Dr.
too
Now's like,
gunky.
well, your oxygen saturation is better than mine. Why do you need it? And then she said, everything turns blue. Yeah, well, that's what the title of this. It causes her fingers and lips to turn blue. That hasn't happened yet. We're almost at the end. Huh.
Right.
He got a lot of issues. Some of them are real, some of them are imaginary.
Oh.
Gotcha.
Yep. Okay. All right. Yeah. Okay. Some of them are imaginary. I got you. We're kind of piecing together what kind of lady she really is. You know, she's been very, very wholesome and theatrical for the cameras. But Dr. Now's like, she might be just full of crap. You know, when it comes to some of this. Yeah.
She seems like she played a role of being a victim and encouraging family to be enabler.
Yeah. I mean, that's what will happen.
Dr. Now's throwing it out there that she's manipulating the family.
To get exactly
think
what
that's
she wants.
close
She doesn't even
to-
need the oxygen. She just likes it.
Yeah, it's like, well, she's like, earlier we're
gonna
talking about how
keep
she's
going
bedridden.
with
It's like, why does
that, I
everybody keep
think.
giving her this
Yeah.
junk?
Right.
I mean,
And
that's
what's
okay.
okay. Dude's whole grocery
That's
list
what
was
will happen.
dessert for 3 days.
I love this.
Okay, let me
The
try to
best
get
part
the
they bring Dr. Now in because he's like,
shape of
he's
the
like,
face. I think that's
so
close
they're full of crap.
to- So
He's gonna tell her she ain't getting the surgery if this keeps going.
Yeah.
Going with
We're gonna
that, I
keep
think.
Penny under observation
even
and a
lighter
strict
than
diet.
that, possibly.
If she loses weight in 1 month, surgery
try to
would
get
be an option.
Shape of the face
okay.
down.
That sounds more like Dr. Now. What she said earlier, we
So-
finally found a doctor that was willing to take the risk and do the surgery for me. And she gets there, she's like, we're gonna keep her here for a month. And if she loses the weight, maybe.
Maybe. Exactly. You gotta lose the weight for Dr. Now, bro. He ain't playing with you.
Oh, there we go. I just still can't believe they brought the whole freaking fire and rescue crew out there to get her out of the house. I wonder if that's kind of part of her thing she's got
She
going on
probably
with her
told them to
facade.
block the road, dude.
Make it as big a deal as possible.
Yo.
All right, I'm leaving my house. I need the news crew here. We got TLC here. All right. Well, hey, I hope you guys enjoyed that video. That's the end of the clips we're watching. Not too sure what happens to her, but yeah. Go look it up yourself, I guess. Today's your birthday. Happy birthday. Say toast to my friends. I love you. See you next time. Bye-bye. Remember my words.
We did get a room, Gene. It's called the kitchen. I'm making whipped cream for your mom for her Mother's Day
Not
waffles,
Bob's
which you kids
Burgers.
are supposed to be helping me with.
Sorry, Dad. We have our hands full. Tina had to
It's
make
like
a
a
card. We had to tell her to
square
make the card. Tina, let's see it.
Shape
Weeded
to
and
her
weep,
jaw.
or lightly charcoal, because it's pretty funny.
It's a drawing of a mushroom cloud and all of us flying through the air, and it says, "You dropped a mom on us."
Pretty good, right?
Yeah, but you
Not
made
Bob's
this exact
Burgers.
same card 2 years
Okay,
ago.
Damn it, I knew
a
it felt
little too thick.
familiar.
We gotta think of something else.
It's like a
quick.
square.
Think of what? Happy Mother's
Mother's
Day.
To her
Oh,
jaw.
thanks.
Ugh. Happy Mother's Day, Lynn.
Wow, you're sweaty.
What's in the box? Is it a tiny little David Blaine?
What is that?
I was thinking about my mother, and then I started to think
Okay, I
about my
think I drew this
grandmother,
side-
and I wanted to
painted
find a
that side
picture
a
of her.
little
And I
too
found
thick.
this, the box full.
Okay, let me
fix
go to
it.
the other video. Really need to like watch more of this video though. That color mixing video. What is that? I want to get better at painting portraits, Okay, let me go to the other video. I think that's like an interesting question because I've heard some things.
Hi, I'm Danny Fisher Shin. I'm
I
an
wanna get
animator
better
and
at painting
illustrator, and today we're going to
portraits,
talk about animating a walk cycle in Procreate. Part of what made me love cell animation so much is
It's
that it's pretty instant gratification.
I'm gonna have to clean that up
If you
with
can
the
draw
I think that's an
anything, you can
interesting
cell
question
animate.
because
All you
I've
have to do
heard
is
some
make a few
things.
sequential drawings and it's moving, and I think that's really, really cool. Animating a walk cycle, it's really good beginner practice to get into how a physical character will move. Animating a walk
I'm gonna have to
cycle is
clean that
something
up
that
with
can
black.
seem really intimidating, but once you break it down into the basic steps and animation principles,
I
it's
think I
actually
need to
pretty
do
easy.
black and get the shape
We're
of
going to
the
start with a
face
rough
down
animation that's on a low
after
frame rate so we
this.
can lock down the keyframes, and then we're going to start cleaning up, adding secondary
This I
animation,
think is a
color,
better color than
and
that
exporting
pink.
your own GIF. This class
The
will be
like
great if you already
pinkish
know how to
color
use
that's
Procreate and
underneath
you're kind of
this.
interested in adding animation, but you feel a little intimidated or
I
you're
think I
not
need
sure
to
where
do
to start.
black and
There's
get the
something so
shape
satisfying
of the
about being able to
face
create something
down
that actually
after this.
Children and abuse against. We don't. Like, we really truly
This I
don't.
think is a better color
so
than
long
that
has
pink.
made too much space and place
The
for
like
abuse in every
pinkish color
generation.
that's
Before he
underneath
took
this.
stage, he played Eminem Slim Shady, and people were like, "This is pointed. This is for a reason. You don't just play this for no reason."
I don't know if we've hit a critical mass of men who know how to rationalize when we have been harmed.
We understand that, hey, we love Kendrick, but we understand that him bringing this person out can be problematic, or is, not can be, is problematic for the messaging.
It is going to hell.
Hello, beautiful black people. Hello.
Hello.
There we go.
I brought y'all here to talk about
That's
Kendrick's
interesting.
Juneteenth concert. And I guess
Which was just so goated. Like, oh my God. It was, man, that was a cultural moment right there, bro.
what made me even want to talk about it or feel like it was a topic, I had tweeted, what did I tweet? I said, what was the point of Kendrick even calling out Drake about being an abuser or being surrounded by abusers if you would just bring out Dr. Dre, the king of the abusers, to intro the track?
I agree with her on
You know what's
that.
funny? I tweeted that and I muted it instantly, and I must have known, child, because that went viral and people were losing their mind. And I realized later that I think it's because academics posted it, which then makes you feel academics is a Drake dick rider. And so that makes you, I think people seeing it think that I'm saying this as a Drake stan. And I'm not. I led the Kendrick Brigade, like completely led the Kendrick Brigade. But I think that's a fair question, and I don't even think
It
that's
is a fair
I don't even I
question.
think
It
it's
is
a fair question on so many levels because I feel like even beyond a moral condemnation, like I'm not even trying to like condemn Kendrick or make some like moral, statement about people who interact with Dr. Dre. I just mean like logically, like if we were just talking PR, like even if I believed all of this was performative or that Kendrick doesn't care about, that this was just a way to get at Drake, even if that's the case, if you've successfully presented us the case, you know what I mean? Like against Drake and why this is problematic and these kind of actors, even if you're going to still kick it with Dr. Dre, maybe not this time, maybe not today, have him intro the track. That's just like what my advice would be if I were his PR person. Like that's not even just about me making but that's my thought, but I'll give it to the room. And I also wanted to make sure, that's what made me want to talk about it. But I want to make sure we start off with, giving love to how amazing
I want to
the
make sure,
concert
like,
was.
I'm not.
So, I don't think you jump past greatness and immediately just go to criticism. I think lots of greatness to be discussed. I think lots of that. So I'm gonna give it to the room. I know Antoinette got stuff.
I want to flatten that out. Like, oh, that's rippling up a little bit.
I was like, look at her. I'm really happy that you said that. I didn't see that tweet, but I remember sitting there and I
saw that tweet. Like, I was watching Hassan, and he brought up Olay's tweet, and I was like, I mean, she not wrong. Everybody know how he beat up Olay. Like, she's not wrong about that.
You know me. I'm Kendrick. I ride for Kendrick as much as I do Martin. So I'm like Kung Fu Kenny all the way. And as soon as I heard Dre's voice, I was like, I don't like it. And I was disappointed. And I looked at my man and was like, I don't like it. I'm mad. I can't celebrate this part. Like, why would he do that? Especially given the allegation against him.
Yes.
And so I sat back and thought about it. And I was like, okay, this is so nuanced because I'm not a West Coast girly, right? And so I wasn't a huge Dr. Dre fan because it was, West Coast versus East Coast, whatever. And I'm repping my coast, whatever, fine. But with that said, there is a level of there is a level of loyalty and pride that the West Coast has for Dre that I think, and a lot of us do it. I mean, I think that we were doing it with Diddy for a while, where we excuse bad behavior and we exalt these people that are.
I mean, look, I guess, like, I ain't know about Diddy like that, so, I mean, look,
He's not literally talking about
I
me though.
guess, like, I ain't know about Diddy like that, so, that is fair, though. I mean, a lot of people, even after they realize a celebrity has done something awful, will still, like, kind of ride for them. That's kind of crazy how that works.
She's not literally talking about me though.
Okay, let me try to use some black now to. That is fair, though. I mean, a lot of
I'm
people.
trying to think, should I use this brush?
Even
Or
after
a
they realize a
different
celebrity has
one?
done something awful, will
Maybe a
still, like, kind of ride
skinnier
for them.
one?
Are now
That's kind of
our
crazy how that
icons.
works.
And I think that we folded in like just a celebrity as an
Okay,
icon
let
and
me
as
try to use some
someone
black
to
now
aspire
to.
to, especially Black capitalism, the culture, and all this
I'm trying to
shit.
think, should I
Dre
use
embodies
this
that for
brush?
them.
Or
So
a
in a lot
different
of ways,
one?
he's a hero.
Maybe a
And
skinnier
because he
one?
embodies this Black capitalism, because he embodies the success, gonna look over some shit. And I'm not
Yeah.
excusing it. I'm literally trying to process the way in which we approach it. I also think that,
Yeah.
I mean, Van said it. He said people don't care about how we abuse women. We don't care.
It's the
Collectively
norm.
as a society, we don't care. As long
Yeah.
as you give us some shit that we cling on to and like, as long as you are this hero and this Black capitalist that we can aspire to, and you are quote unquote powerful and you feel like one of the rare gems that we have to protect, you're going to
It's
get
the
that protection.
norm.
We're going to exalt you. I mean, it's very, ever since he said that, it's been very hard for me to engage in our media without seeing someone who maybe has some sort of allegation, maybe even a conviction. I mean, they're everywhere.
Oh, shit.
And we just overlook it. We overlook it, and it's very interesting to me. But that is, I think, Kung Fu Kenny's
I'm gonna use a
Lucy.
skinny brush.
I think that that's his thing, where it's like, bruh, you're overlooking this thing, and this is the work that you still have
shit,
to do.
hold
We
up.
love you, but this needs to be addressed. And if Dr.
Oh,
Dre
shit.
would address it and actually do some work, because I think a lot of us here are abolitionists, do some real work on yourself and figure out what the community needs in order for you to have proved that you should be invited back. That's a different conversation. Never addressed it and just flat out denied it. So I'll shut up. But I was very disappointed when I saw it.
But Antoinette, I think I know we talked on Around the Way Curls about it in a sense too. I think the other piece for me, the nuance for me when it comes to Kendrick is thinking around his entire body of work. So like when we think about Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers, Kendrick's entire thing is around, can I be redeemed?
Can we be honest here? A lot of these dudes grow up in, like, misogynistic ass environments, and, like, how they talk about women or treat women is, like, normalized. I mean, that's in society at large, if we're being honest, but
what does redemption begin to look like, right? And so when I think around how Kendrick is even interacting, a lot of his night was, like, when I look at it from, like, a restorative standpoint, a lot of it was like, oh, we're bringing together two sides that have been beefing for so long. When we think around, like, the history of gangs, when we think around all of this, it is a space of, like, forgiveness, and music can bring everybody together. And I think when we look at him, Kendrick would almost, he has now positioned himself to be a hypocrite if he were not to bring Dr. Dre on in some space. So part of it, I believe, is loyalty. If I think around, like, what Kendrick is attempting to represent in terms of, like, can I still see the humanity in you, even though you have done this stuff? I don't discard of you. And so I think there's one, here's the loyalty of who Dr. Dre is on the West Coast. If we're thinking around,
I think it's blind loyalty.
does Kendrick have the jurisdiction to say, I have forgiven him and I understand him because now I see him because I'm in
Forgive
community with
somebody that
him.
don't even
Versus
remember
now
what they did
Dr. Dre,
wrong,
what we
though.
talked about
Like,
on
that don't
Around the
make
Way Curls is
sense.
like,
It's just
has
blind
he done the work
loyalty.
to address this thing? And if not,
No.
then he does
And
not deserve.
no, he
I know,
hasn't.
but that's what means he does not deserve this stage to be on because obviously restorative justice means all parties need to be taken care of. And obviously, when we think around all of his victims or those who are harmed and survivors, my bad, they are the ones who can be the ones to be like, this is what I need. And he was not able to give that. So I think Kendrick, at the end of the day, when it came on, I said, no. And then, no, because I was upset. I'm gonna be honest. But I think that's part of it when I think around his lyrical content, when I think about what Kendrick is attempting to do with restorative justice, is very much so like a black man's version of restorative justice in some cases, where we can forgive each other, but that's not our space to always do that because we still benefit in a patriarchal kind of sense. So those are my quick thoughts as I think around him bringing him on. We can celebrate. We saw that and said, "You're still flawed, man. You still flawed."
The thing is, though,
So all of you guys are saying all the great points, right? And agree with Antoinette, agree with Marquise, agree with Olay and the original tweet. It's something that had to be said. A lot of people are going to try to brush it, under the rug because the conversation gets uncomfortable for people. Because, like you were saying, Antoinette,
and
we
that's why
can
people
call
don't want to
out
talk about it.
sometimes
But like,
when it's our
shit, you gotta
favorites.
talk
We
about
kind
it
of like
sometimes. You gotta talk about the uncomfortable stuff. Because
we move the
uncomfortable stuff is
goalposts
real.
because we don't want our favorites to be, or if they're legendary, like a Dr. Dre, and a specific like group of
I mean,
people.
look at Kanye. That motherfucker whole ass Nazi now. Like, you can't push shit past anybody, especially celebrities, because they're people just like everybody else. They're flawed just like everybody else.
Specific age, they gonna be like, man, that wasn't even nothing like that was him back in the day. Conversations like that. And because Compton, right now, Compton is like on the front of the map right now because of Kendrick Lamar putting it on. He's carrying it right now. And in hip hop, they want us to be able to have the conversations with removing somebody's personal life, even though the whole rap is about somebody's personal life, and calling them out about such things. But they want us to be able to remove the artistry from what this person is in real life. And with the Dr. Dre, they want us.
Okay, that's starting to look a little bit crazy. This is why stencil would have been so much easier. Bitch, next time I will be doing a stencil. What the hell is this?
To be like, man, but he's legendary. How can Kendrick Lamar not come to the city and let him open up? Like, that makes sense to everybody in Compton, especially most people in Compton, because this is like, he's legendary, he's big. They don't want to really go back into, but everything that Kendrick Lamar is talking about in this song can apply to Dr. Dre, and he got that man opening up. Like, that's a real conversation. But like you were saying, if there is, and then they want to throw out the whole thing about forgiveness, right? Can he be restored? Can he be forgiven? But he hasn't said nothing to it. It's more denial, and like he's gonna always beat the allegations. And it's just that we're not really talking about it, and we're not holding him accountable enough. But as far as it being Kendrick Lamar, maybe he was looking at it from a point of view like he's legendary.
Yeah.
He's done a lot for hip hop, and and I'm talking about saving hip hop. So he got to open it up.
As
And
someone
someone
who
it only
has-
makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I think it's so interesting, like
that's
Marquise and
bullshit,
Rebecca,
bro.
what you're saying,
Sorry.
because I think, what we've also
I
seen
think
with
you
what
can
happened with
still
Jonathan
respect somebody
Majors
for the
this
work
past
they've
week and him
done,
getting
but then
awarded,
also
is
be
there's this
like,
idea of
you're a shitty fucking person. Sorry, but that's life. Like, if everybody's so worried about Dr. Dre should be worried about his own fucking legacy and actually be honest about what he's done, because we know about it. He just doesn't want to like be held accountable for it. That's it.
of communal forgiveness. He got this Perseverance Award. He goes up there and says, I want to thank Will Smith, Whoopi Goldberg, this, group of Black actors who have stood beside me in a way to go, these people have forgiven me. They're back on my side. You should be too. And it's almost like Kendrick was using his own clout and ability in that show to do the same for Dr. Dre. You know that people are going to draw those conclusions. He knew that people would say, yo, look at what Drake said about you, and you're going to bring him out. He knew that. And so I do think it was his way of trying to leverage that same just communal forgiveness of think of everything he's done for us.
And the difference is there's a generational difference in terms of everybody that Jonathan Majors named. Because I'm like, dog, that don't surprise me that they're going to forgive him, because you got to always bring the kid home, right? You got to bring the prodigal child back or whatever, right? But I think Kendrick, because he is not of that generation, he's held to a different expectation.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I see him of that generation. I see like most Compton Black men of being of that
Kendrick, he kind of a Hotep
generation. Yeah, like, I mean, he is.
But to y'all's point, to y'all's point, I feel like the calculation for Kendrick was really simple in that he's from Compton. Dre is an icon from Compton. They both went to Compton High School. Dre was instrumental in his early career, both literally and figuratively. And just what that concert was supposed to mean for the city of Compton and just the region more broadly. I mean, I don't know Kendrick personally, but I'd venture to say that he didn't go into anywhere near the level of depth that we have in terms of that. Particularly because, as Marquis said, he's in community with Dre too. And to the extent that this is an issue, I believe that I would venture to say he said this is resolved, at least within their community.
That's what I was going to say. So I don't think in any way that Kendrick thought, he's bringing him up to help redeem him, because I don't think there's anybody who they answered to thinks he needs redemption. Dr. Dre has never been pushed out in any way, shape, or form. Like, he's not in the outskirts. Like, when you think about even what is the media, even the mainstream media and the independent media, how many of the conversations that have been about Kendrick's concert even are focusing on this element on it, or the presence of Dr. Dre, or why he did that? That is something that is happening here. And to what Marquise was saying about, Kendrick feeling maybe with Mr. Morale's kind of thesis being, can we be redeemed, and feeling like maybe it's some level of hypocrisy to not bring Dre. And I tell you why I'd say no. Dr. Dre is not somebody, I think, like, it's so sad with the situation with Dr. Dre, because it's not even just like it's a well-kept secret or an open secret or something. It's a fact, a substantiated fact, that Dr. Dre is an abuser. And let me say what I say. I'm not somebody who throws out abuser. Again, I'm a defense attorney. More often than not, you're going to see me coming over to the side of, like, redemption and restorative and not carceral feminism and not canceling and all these different things, right? Like, I have even a more sympathetic thought process, maybe to the legal standing of like a Jonathan Majors case or something like that. Dr. Dre is someone like beyond, like, if you even just talk of one of Dr. Dre allegations, they're all gruesome. Dr. Dre is somebody we know beat the dog shit out of Michelet, beat the dog shit out of D Barnes in a party in front of people while the crowd was held off at gunpoint so he could continue to do it. And then other artists, the people that he's in community with, his entourage said, oh, she deserved it, it should have happened. And people like Eminem put out into the discourse that she was slapped in a song in order to minimize it forever. Then he has allegations. He has tons of children. Dr. Dre has tons of children, many of whom allege like neglect, abuse, XYZ. He also has a wife currently divorcing him who's alleged abuse. So this is not somebody who's done one thing and we're just talking about something from 91. This isn't somebody who's did a thing and apologized or tries to redeem it. No, this is somebody who has showed us a continuous pattern of being an abuser, and the community around him has said repeatedly they don't give a right? So
pretty much.
And the thing is, right, I'll say this. I think like you live in a world, life is very complicated, especially like it's very easy for us who don't know these people, or for me who doesn't know these people, to like say, oh, a Kendrick Lamar should say Dr. Dre or don't bring him in, and not recognize whatever personal relationship he have with him or what he's played in his career, right? And I'm not going to act like everybody I know in this life is going to fall within the parameters of a good person or has never done bad things or whatever have you. But I will say this. This isn't like we're just judging Kendrick Lamar on a random day or like holding him to a standard. Kendrick jumped out. This whole discourse, everything that we're talking about is because Kendrick pushed it to the forefront of the conversation about what the culture represents, what the culture approved of, and what Kendrick delivered to us in multiple diss tracks is that the culture should not be okay with men who are abusers or men who even surround themselves with abusers, right? A baka or whatever, or who has a weird case and all these different things. So I feel like it would be unfair for me to like lay into Drake, like give Drake the nail and hammer like I've been doing, and giving all the sincerity and good faith to Kendrick's arguments and what Kendrick is saying, and like recognizing the seriousness of the things Kendrick is talking about, and then to like dismiss, I guess, like to just overlook the massive level of hypocrisy, right? Because it tells me like, all right, so you don't like Drake. And that's what personally motivates a thing here, because Dr. Dre is a piece of shit person. Like, you know what I mean? Like I have enough there to know that's a piece of shit person, and to know like, there's one thing when people don't approve of something someone's done, or they won't speak up against something bad someone's done because that's their friend or they said it in private. But not only is Dr. Dre a consistent abuser, but he's a consistent abuser who's always surrounded himself with people who will vocally support the shit. You know what I mean? Shit on this, shit on the next thing. So I just think, you know, I like, just on an optics level, I understand. I'm not like, I guess I'm not nailing him to the cross. I'm not saying like he should not or shouldn't have done it. I'm not saying, oh, Kendrick shouldn't have done that. I'm mad at him because he did it. I'm saying it does call into question what Kendrick said to us matters in the conversation that he has us having, if he can then go and have this person there doing that. That's just my thought process.
I have a question about that. Those are all amazing points, Olay, and I agree with you. I think when I listen to Kendrick's disses and his allegations against Drake, I don't hear him talk about violence against women in the physical form. I hear the sexual connotation, and I hear the, you know, the what is it, the sex trafficking and being weird with young girls. And those are all things that I think collectively society says, no, you can't mess with young children. Collectively, we're like, hard stop. And again, it highlights that abuse, physical and emotional abuse of women, society has not said no. They definitely, of women or men, really, because the other way around, same sex, whatever. Society doesn't say no to that. As I mean, we do, right? But like collectively, the majority is not saying hard stop. No, you need to sit down and think about your actions. I don't think that Kendrick was trying to offer Dre anything in that moment, in terms of like, hey, come here, we're gonna have this abolition moment, we're going to accept you. No, Kendrick is like, this dude who is the king over here co-signs me. And he's gonna come out and I'm gonna be the man, and I idolize him, and this means so much to me to have him on this stage. That's what hard stop to me. That's what it is. And that's that I don't accept from Kendrick, because he is so reflective, and because he has seemingly done so much work on himself. That is where I say, okay, I invite you to keep going,
you hang out with,
because
like,
you're showing us you're gatekeeping the culture in a way that I actually appreciate. Like, I get it. You don't want to see this thing commodified anymore. You don't
people that he don't like. it ain't just about people that are bad for the culture. It's like it's just personally he don't like. And I'm not like a huge Drake fan. I'm like, bitch, I'm not a fan of Dr. Dre either. I used to be, but like the fuck I'm gonna be a fan of like an abuser for? Like that to me doesn't make sense. That dude like has a horrible fucking history with abusing black women. So why would I be a fan of somebody like that? Oh shit. Oh, come on, you. This thing. Of course, there had to be like one moment where I was like fucking messing around with this thing. Sick. This is so ridiculous, bruh. Hold on. Would you stay? See, this is why I like doing this shit off camera. Okay, hold on, hold up, hold up. Wait, almost there. Not really. Okay, wait. No. I moved it again. Okay, let me see. Let's see. Deactivate and reactivate. Fuck's sake. Hold on, let me see if I can I do it like that? That actually might, cause then I'm like, how am I gonna paint this shit? I might keep it right there, actually. Okay, let me spray this thing again before it dry up on my ass. I'm sorry, but this video is getting me tight, okay? Like, it's just, as much as I love Kendrick, like, I gotta be honest, like, she's right. Dr. Dre is fucking awful. Like, it's not about pointing out abusers. It's about, like, pointing out abusers that you don't personally like. That's it. That's literally just it. Because if that was the case, you wouldn't be bringing out Dr. Dre.
I get it. And great, it's Juneteenth. We're celebrating the culture. You made sure it was only West Coast folks on the stage. Got you, heard you. But now, how many people on that stage have more work to do? And I think that he alludes to it with you don't know what it was to get all these people up here. And so I'm not going to knock him because the work that he had to do to make sure that
nothing went down. Nothing went down.
Thing popped off.
I need to Shazam
at that
what song
show.
Is it? I need to Shazam
was
what song
beyond anything that I can actually imagine. But yes, Dr. Dre is a problem. There's people in my life all of this stuff is a big mirror. It's a reflection to me. There's people in my life Marvin Gaye, I have a hard time giving him up. A really hard time. Michael Jackson, I have a really hard
Wait, what
time of like,
Marvin Gaye
damn, for
do?
real? I really
But the
gotta.
thing is,
What Marvin
you
Gaye
don't have
do?
to give them up. Like, it's not like anybody's making you. It's about the standards you create for yourself and what you put out into the world, right? Like, a
Yes, but
Kendrick
it'd
is
be
someone-
different if they were still living and I was in Kendrick's position. If I could get Marvin Gaye to come out and sing a song with me, I'm doing it. I'm telling you that right now.
Yeah, I
It's
think there's that, but like,
I'm not gonna listen. I'm not gonna have a. It's okay. You can have problematic people or blah 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 da da da. But I'm not gonna myself volunteer the narrative to the world that I can't live up to. That's what I'm like. That's what becomes.
But I don't think that's his narrative.
And I think,
but with
and I
Kendrick,
think,
like,
here's
you
the
know
thing,
he's
and
thinking
I
about
think
those
like,
things.
listen, it's one thing to want to gatekeep a culture, like want to gatekeep a culture and keep what you perceive as a cancer out. But what happens when the gates you create are keeping the cancers within? Because like I feel like, and I think like, what does it say if you decide, you declare to the world, right? This person is
shit.
a cancer to our culture. We should gatekeep him. He's bad because of these sort of ways that he's these things, and this is bad. But all these other things are what you deem as like, this is the king of culture. This is what we covet. This is what we would ever have you. And all those other things are so bad. Like in the same breath that you want to celebrate and you want to talk about all the different things that are of value in the community and what's not being respected by a Drake. What happens when, like, I think about even in Kendrick's stuff, right? You're right. Antoinette makes an excellent point about they didn't speak out on the violence against women and all these things. But there was, and I know, and I hear that. But even down to what you did talk about, right? When you talk about what kind of father he is, or you have children to raise or whatever, Dr. Dre is somebody who is a deadbeat to most of his kids, like in a heartbreaking way, right? Like multiple tragic stories and all these different things. What does it say? What do we really care about? You know what I mean? Who is it that we really care about protecting? What does the cult? You know what I mean? What does it really mean in a substantive sense?
Yeah, it almost feels like something that I've been thinking about a lot.
That's what like hip hop culture likes to protect.
More, especially as I've been thinking around like restorative justice, when I think around all of these spaces of redemption, but also a larger conversation of like what is the value of cancel culture? Because for me, this almost feels like, and I don't know if this is the right phrase or not, but to me, it feels like situational moral purity, kind of, if that makes sense. And so it feels like depending on like where it's at, what is our focus going to be in those moments, right? And so I don't know if necessarily Kendrick would be my expert in forgiving men, right? I don't know if he would necessarily be like my expert in this space. And so I don't know if I would love to hold him to that standard. I don't know if I would find it advantageous because me and him don't share the same moral compass, right? Whatever life experiences those things are, there's something of a standard that we kind of ascribe to people. And like, we hope that they are following that same standard. But when I think around celebrities and people who are platformed, we want them to be as morally pure as possible. But all of us have our own problematic things. All of us struggle. All of us are human. And so what does it look like to have this conversation responsibly? And I think on the other space is like, who, and I'm still processing out loud right now, but like, who do we want to hold accountable? Kendrick did the action of bringing him on. And I think beyond him, I think for that situation, it was really just to honor Compton. Now, we're looking at it holistically. And I also think around like generationally, it is a little different. Like I think around like my students, they're not thinking around Dr. Dre. They're like, I don't know who this old head is, but like, not like us, not like us, not like us, right? And so I'm looking at that kind of space. And so like, even to a larger standard, there are people who do know, and there are some people who don't, right? And so is it, one, our job as media practitioners, podcasters, whatever we float in the space of how we call ourselves, right? Is it our space to speak truth to power in that space and just make sure we have a rounded idea of who this is? And how do we then build capacity or ask people to negotiate their understanding of this? Because people on the West Coast, like we said earlier, they're seeing this as like, this is actually super impactful and super powerful in a way that could culturally and socially move Compton forward. But that whole piece right here is like, oh, but we still got to deal with this bullshit right here.
Yeah.
And so like, are we thinking around like the struggle and tension of these competing priorities and knowing that something good happened, a large much of good happened, and that was a very bad stain too. And so, like, how do we hold these competing truths?
I think you saw people, even on the West Coast and in Compton, holding those two truths at once when in the stadium that night, before he took stage, he played Eminem's Slim Shady. And people were like, this is pointed. This is for a reason. You don't just play this for no reason. And that was immediately when people started being like, Dr. Dre's going to come. He's setting the stage. He's playing Eminem. You don't do that for no reason. And especially when Eminem just the week before had put something out talking about Megan and making fun of her for getting shot. So I think that again goes to what Antoinette said about him not really caring about violence against women. Obviously he doesn't. That's not really,
I think it's not his top priority.
It's not his top priority in that moment. And I think
And then he
making
also
these
defended
pointed
Megan, right?
barbs,
So like, what does that look like?
these pointed barbs of the night, that was the point, you know, bringing this community together. But like at the end of the day, I was like, okay, you started this night, you played Eminem, and then we saw a Cash App commercial. Like, okay, I'm not going to act like he is some moral arbiter. That isn't what I don't think anyone can kind of give him that title. But, you know, I think, yes, this was an important thing for Compton. And at the same time, there were people not just questioning Dr. Dre, but like, there were like, I think 2 other people who people noticed that came out at the end who had like allegations against them and all this stuff. And, you know, that isn't the point. I think for him, it really was, this is me just taking my point to do my lap to say, oh, Drake said I didn't have my city. I do. And that's kind of the beginning and the end of it for him.
Yeah. So that's the conversation I think is, I know we have, like you were saying, Marquise, it's something that we're all kind of processing here because we've been in the they not like us moment for, you know what I'm saying, for the last month. And so we've been right there, you know, we all been doing that, right? So, and now we're at a place that's kind of like, we need to call them out. We need to call a thing, which we have and which we will. But the conversation then, it's like what you were saying, Ashley, it's communal for people in Compton. They're like, listen, the city is up.
It's communal for every Black person in America, pretty much. And people that just like hip hop on top of that. That's not an excuse to not call.
How can, you know, Kendrick Lamar is there. He's like, right now, I'm the king of the city. And how can I not put out like the king of the city, like Dr. Dre? How can I not? And we're talking about hip hop and everybody's saying, you know, the whole conversation around saving hip hop and making sure we keep hip hop and not let these, you know, intruders in like Drake and Dr. Dre. When we talk about hip hop, it's at the top of the conversation. So, and we from Compton, and this is my city, and I want to make sure, like, he wanted to make sure he did his due diligence. And because like you were saying, that's his, he loves Dr. Dre. So it was a personal moment. It was a Compton moment. And that's,
I think it's a great point because when you look at it strategically, the city's not just up, it's united in a way that it hasn't been. And so the thought process, I think, behind that is like, you know what, maybe we can stop these bodies from dropping. Maybe we can stop all of this carnage that has existed, this strife that has existed within this community. And in terms of strategically, I'm choosing to prioritize that over the other thing because I can't do it all at once. And so I think that there's something that is disappointing for us, that's uncomfortable for us who have a clear, I'm assuming for everybody who has a clear vision of the type of world we want to live in, but it doesn't happen overnight like that. And I'm really not trying to just give him a soft place to land because I'm still disappointed and was mad when I saw it. But as somebody who has to be strategic in what you can actually achieve, what you can attack, I think about politics. I think about, you know, our squad who I agree with them. But guess what? Strategically, in the actual world that we live in, and in terms of the way in which our government is set up, we have to pick our battles one at a time and attack them. And that is uncomfortable for some people. That's something that is very frustrating for me. I'm still wrapping my head around whether it's uncomfortable or whether it's just not realistic, or whether I'm just talking shit and just going along with the institutions as they are. I'm not sure.
If you will lay aside every weight of sin that does so easily beset you, you will have.
But I do think that there is a strategic move involved. And then on top of that, I think that there is an additional layer of scarcity in the Black and brown community for the folks that have, quote unquote, made it, for our legends and that we feel even more in debt to protect, because we don't know when we're going to get another Dr. Dre. We don't know when we're going to get another Jonathan Majors. We're like, we got to protect these people. We got to make sure they're okay because they are the North Star.
I'm sorry.
And that's a real thing as well. So I don't know. Maybe I'm just talking shit.
No. I think you're like, I think you're right in a lot of ways. And I want to be clear that like I said, I think, when you have a conversation about something, you question something, people take it as like, condemnation, or you're trying to hold them accountable. I'm not trying to hold Kendrick accountable. I want to be clear. I hate that shit. I hate when people see that. I cannot hold Kendrick accountable. He's not in a community with me or anything like that. And I also don't want to undermine or diminish the efforts of everything good that happened, because there is a thing that happens that the more people try to be inclusive or the more they try to do right, people, instead of giving them credit for that, they just nailed them to the cross for what's missing, right? So I don't want to act like take away from all that he was able to do positive in this and what he's doing by having a Dr. Dre, or acting like I think it's this serious like crime or anything. I just do think, it's like, it's a think piece, you know what I mean? A verbal think piece of exploring why that is or what that means, if anything, but I'm not trying to.
We should always be examining shit to get better. I ain't mad at you, girl.
Yeah, it's really that. And for me, and that's pretty much it. Like you could have them. You can do whatever, you know what I mean? Do whatever you want. It's not I don't even think it's do whatever the you want. I just think it's like, all right, my guy, like that's interesting. based
interesting
on
alliance.
What you have said, and it's just I think of Snoop Dogg was missing from that. People talked about that, and Snoop Dogg was missing. A lot of people are talking about it because Snoop Dogg was there making up the AI song or whatever, right? Like
you put a video out after being like, it was great and whatever.
So that like you were excluded for that reason.
Yeah.
And so it's interesting to me that you have no problem excluding who are hip hop greats and legends. You know what I mean? If they pissed you off or they annoyed you or they did something else. So I just think it's interesting what we consider like our
where you don't think Snoop got the invite? I think I think he got the invite.
He did, because he did a little video after being like, "Hey, that was so great."
A lot of press were covering like him and the game's responses and stuff and what they were saying because they were missing because
the game didn't get the invite. But
the game didn't get the game. We firmly know the game didn't get the fucking invite.
But I also don't know that had anything to do with Kendrick not liking him. Game has issues with a lot of them groups.
Well, Game
and in order to keep
a Drake caping,
yes,
like Drake
he did, but he also got issues with a lot of them different.
One of Kendrick's camp came out on Twitter and said it because the Game tried to put out a whole thing to make it seem like, oh, I was here for it, like trying to say face. And one of Kendrick was like, nah, you was talking shit. That's why, like.
Wait, what?
He did, but he also got issues with a lot of them different.
One of Kendrick's camp came out on Twitter and said it because the Game tried to put out a whole thing to make it seem like, oh, I was here for it, like, trying to say it face. And one of Kendrick was like, nah, you was talking shit. That's why, like.
But he was trying to get the fun of it. That's funny.
Like for Snoop Dogg, they were saying he was, a fence rider. Yeah. He was making this. He supports Drake and he also supports Kendrick. There was no like, hey, we put the city on. We all together on this one, and they said Dre stood 10 toes down for Kendrick. And so there was that moment. But I don't think the Game was invited. You know what I'm saying? I don't think the city really puts on for the Game like the Game thinks it is. But it gave a little bit more. I think it gave a little bit more community. The Game just didn't. It wasn't a puzzle that was.
Tim, hop in. You've been trying. You're so polite.
Go ahead, Tim. Sorry, Tim.
No, y'all are fine. I mean, I think the more salient things have been said, just in that the biggest question is. Who are you going to build community around, particularly once you unite the city? And so, like Kendrick has been talking about the entirety of his career, the destruction of Compton, both institutionally, internally, all of that, and he's used his position as one of the figures within Compton who's made it as someone who's speaking towards uniting and addressing some of these issues. And so, I think Ole, you did it right, and bringing a question to. If we're going to reunite this community, who are we bringing in? What values are we uniting around? because hip hop for so long has made too much space in place for abusers every generation. From
Exactly.
Bam
That's
to
why I'm
Diddy
like, nah,
and
bro.
violence against
Like,
women, children, all
stop
in
making
between. And
excuses
so
for these
it's really a
people.
matter of at what point are we going to decide that the work is not worth the harm that it's doing to the people that you're in community with. And so that's a question I think that Kendrick has to sit with, because again, I don't think he's going to throw Dre away ever. But I do think it's a matter of interrogating, what are you going to do with this knowledge? Because he can't pretend as though he doesn't know. Like Ole, like you said, it's a well-documented fact. We're not in community with Dre, and we know this is well-documented, almost 30 plus years of documentation around this. And so it's really now a matter of what are you going to do with it?
Like I made this color a
this
little
is an opportunity to
too
do that,
dark.
especially
So I'm gonna try to put white over
bring
it.
everybody together in this moment.
What would we want to see him
A
do with
little
it?
white over it.
What would be the steps?
Well, if Kendrick has positioned himself as someone who's empathetic to the plight
At
of
least
women,
Dr. Dre can do
the
is
degree
fucking
of which he can
acknowledge that he
understand
did that
women's
shit.
issues.
Like,
And so I think that
goddamn.
what I would want him to do is to have a substantive, restorative conversation around particularly these allegations and not being selective in his outrage, right? So we can be mad about Drake preying on children, being a predator in that way, and having people around him who are abusers. We should rightfully call that out. But as Ole said, if you're going to do that, you have to look inwardly too. Who are you associating with? Because you got people with weird cases too. So then it's a matter of, are you going to talk about those cases as well? Or is it just because you hate Drake? And so I think that's what I would want him to do with it, particularly because he's positioned himself as a moral authority. Just like, as an ancillary example, when Bill Cosby, one of the reasons why his records were unsealed was because the judge presiding over the case said, you positioned yourself as a moral authority on these issues. And so this is now a matter of public interest with you as a public figure who's positioned yourself as one of morality for the public to know that these are allegations brought against you. And so similarly with Kendrick, if you're going to position yourself as a moral authority on this particular issue and say that we need to remove this cancer from the community, you got to do that with the people around you too.
I think I guess I don't want to hold Kendrick, or I want Kendrick to do anything. I think what it really comes about is us. Like, I'm always thinking about how we as a society is responding what we think. And I think, and Antoinette touched on it earlier, is that this reveals that we as a society don't give a about women and children and abuse against. We don't. Like, we really truly don't. And we don't care about violence against women. And more importantly, we don't care about women or having women have a seat at the table. Like, when you even think about how, like, women have always been a part of hip hop, just like women are always a part of the Black community, right? But when you see things or celebrations that are meant to be brought about, what do you see? Men in mass. You don't see the women that were a part of hip hop, women whose stories coexisted with these men that are there, right? So, like, you'll see a Dr. Dre, but they'll never invite a Dee Barnes, you know? Like, the conversation will never be to include them or to truly right those wrongs. And so when I think about what I want to see happen post the Kendrick, it's not really about what Kendrick does or any of these people. It's about us, to me, filling in the gaps, like being able to appreciate something beautiful that was done. Like, Kendrick did something amazing. This concert is great, and this is great for who's able to be celebrating, who's there. But how can we expand our vision more to truly include and encompass the rest of the community? And that would require us to be interested in protecting the rest of the community, and thus having a larger conversation about what we think hip hop is, what it should represent, and what's not being done. Because to me, it's like, in the same way, I would be okay if people lived in a world where they just, they were like, okay, Dr. Dre and Nichelle and Dee Barnes and all that is old news or something, but they show up differently for the women in hip hop today that are being abused, or the stories they're in about, but they don't. You know what I mean? I think about the fact, right? Think about it. All this starts, even like BBL Drizzy is a banger, right? Who started BBL bringing it to our attention, associating drink with the BBL, right? Hiss, Megan dropping Hiss, right? And like, what happened? I see Hiss as the first real diss track for the year to really get it started with even a lot of the narratives that Kendrick was able to, go further with, and other people that have been dissing. But why isn't Megan talked about in the conversation? Why isn't Megan invited or embraced at a thing like that? You know what I mean? Like, that happens in hip hop. And there's a way that we're comfortable. Everyone is so comfortable with hip hop and the Black community in general, excluding women. like not even thinking about women, not even being a part of the conversation. So for me, it's not about what I expect Kendrick them to do. I don't expect Kendrick to become like who I think it's worthy if you're critiquing or analyzing, you know, the situation, to analyze what Kendrick put forth versus what he does. That's cool. But I guess I want to move beyond Kendrick and talk about what we as a culture, you know what I mean? Like, what do we condemn? Like, what Kendrick condemns, you know what I mean? Whether or not Kendrick condemns these actions of a Dr. Dre or these actions of, like, expand it beyond these individuals. Like, let's talk about the
Fun fact, there's a vending machine at the peak of Mount Fuji. It's true.
Oh,
There's
shit,
like
what'd I do?
5 million of them in Japan.
the behavior itself. Because I believe, listen, when you think about it, when the society condemns
shit, what'd
something,
I
it
do?
becomes uncomfortable for people to do. It's the reason why we
Yep.
have the status quo and we have all
Yep.
these like roles that we all play, right? It's because we live in a world that makes us feel uncomfortable to break from that, right?
Yep.
And then the same that can be awful, but in the reverse of that is when society condemns behavior, when society truly condemns it, when everybody looks down on you, you don't feel comfortable to do it. That's why
Okay, now
you like
I'll
there's still pedophilia,
redo
there's still all
that.
these things, but that's not the way. You're not seeing that the same way you might see
Repaint
other
the
things that society is
skin.
not condemning
Okay,
as loudly,
now
right? As
I'll
time goes on, you see
redo
things
that.
more and more less. So I feel like we have to start calling
Repaint
out with the
the
same intensity
skin. Start with the
that we see it as a harm. If you
What?
see it as a harm to the culture or the community, men who would prey on women or who would like young girls or whatever,
Maybe
we got to
start
see
with the
not being
hands.
parents to your children. You know what I mean? Not taking care of your children, neglecting your children, abusing your children. Like Brian McKnight and them shouldn't feel comfortable. Like they shouldn't feel
Yeah.
comfortable talking to us on the internet the way that they do, based on the shit that we know, right? Like we gotta criticize, you know, the exclusion of women. We gotta criticize
Yeah.
selling. Like what is the Diddy situation is showing me? Like beyond the sexual abuse, we have to start like criticizing at the root, like the knowing exploitation of each other. How many of these artists or how many of these moguls have we known have taken advantage financially, just financial taking advantage of the people they work with, of the communities? We have to be willing to decide like if we really care about community or we really care about culture, that means to truly protect the people within that community and that culture, and recognize that some of the things that you want to look past for the people within the community you do care about is hurting a lot of others, you know?
So there's a lot of things at play, and I'm gonna add a couple of different minds, right? I think the first part, I think as men, we need to be able to see each other and ourselves as victims, right? And I mean, we are also
Yeah.
vulnerable to patriarchy. We are vulnerable to all of these systems that are consistently telling us this is what a man is supposed to be, this is what power is. But I
Yeah.
don't know if we've hit a critical mass of men who know how to rationalize when we have been harmed. And because of that, it's always, I'm going to
True
get you, I'm going to
shit,
get you, I'm going
bruh.
to get you, which is also what perpetuates a lot of this abuse that happens, because a lot of it is, this is unchecked
True
trauma,
shit,
this is
bruh.
unchecked bad behavior, this is me copying
Yeah.
somebody that I've seen do this before.
Yep.
So this is the only way that I understand that power is gained. This is the only way that I understand that conflict is
Yeah.
resolved. Not saying that's everybody,
Yep.
but a critical mass of us don't actually see ourselves as being able to be vulnerable. But because of us no longer seeing ourselves as vulnerable, we resent the rest of the world as men, because we are also suffering from patriarchy in a very different kind of way, but we also benefit from it. So how do we deal with this single layer of being Black, but I'm still a man, but I'm not getting all the benefits? So I think there's one tension that exists there. I think it's also having to understand, as a community, we don't get to continue to say what stays in our house stays in our house, because we're also a space who says if you see something, you have to say something, right? But if that is the case, that means I need to feel safe enough to hold you accountable without thinking that harm is going to come my way, or be like, well, somebody else is going to handle it, or we got to do this. We are also a very individualist kind of society right now. It's one of my biggest concerns I see as an educator, as I work with students. It is one of my biggest concerns, because I'm like, we are continuously messaging to kids. And this is what I mean from a media standpoint. We're not messaging community. Do not continue to message that. We see that in small pockets of communities that exist, because that's not up for display for everybody else to see all the time. We're not always documenting, this is a community to come together. That's why if you even look at the imagery of To Pimp a Butterfly, if you look at the imagery of the Pop Out, that's what community should feel like, right? There's a tension, there's complicated natures of it, there's conflict, there's love, there's pride, right? And so when we think around all these elements together from a media standpoint, we need the imagery messaged out more and more. But we know, and I know we talked to FD about it, he has stuff about it. We all talk around that we have to beat this algorithm as content creators. But those of us who are trying to promote these positive messages are not getting promoted the way they need to be. So I'm of the mind of men, we need to unpack, and other people who are in community with Black men need to also see boys as victims and also susceptible to being harmed by the system. And I think from a media standpoint, we need to continue to have a concerted effort to flip an image of how Black boys are being seen, how we are talking about Black men. And then also this will then, in an ideal world, in my mind, this will hopefully lead to prevention, less interpersonal and intercommunal violence, which then allows everybody to say, this is the standard we hold everybody to. And we need to make sure that we are all holding to that standard and understanding in those moments of growth, it's going to feel uncomfortable. And all of us together have to renegotiate our relationship to conflict resolution, renegotiate our relationship to ourselves, who we see as victims and worthy of victimhood, and then how we're unpacking ways that we've personally perpetuated. Oh, we're going to silence this Black child who their reaction would result into being violent or would result into self-harm, because we're not even looking at like those rates of Black men who are unaliving themselves. So this is like a larger conversation that feels complicated and will take a long time to overhaul.
Yeah. So it's that whole thing of it, you know, all of those things are beautiful, right? It's great. And I wish that it could happen and be unpacked in one. In today's society, like you were saying, and how we know that when we try to have these type of conversations and kind of even try to do it in a way where the pushback won't be so major, because people will take it and not understand the complexities of it. There are complexities to this. Like, we understand that, hey, we love Kendrick, but we understand that him bringing this person out can be problematic, or is problematic for the messaging, right? But having the conversation doesn't take away from us praising the fact that he's brought community together. And he's done such a big thing by bringing two groups that are not usually together on stage, and bringing like a gatekeeping that needed to be there around hip hop again, and you know, sparking that joy and love for the craft and the artistry. Like, it's all those great things, but there's these deeper conversations that we want to have. But it's that selective outrage. It's like, are we supposed to be angry about this, or can we talk about this, talk about the layers of it, not be so angry, but be able to talk about something and see if we can lead to a solution? It don't go like that right now, because everybody wants to be like, oh, if you make a judgment against Kendrick, you hating on him, you don't like him, you ain't talking about what he did, the community. And we can do both. We don't hate him, but this is one of those things where we can have the conversation and still let it lead somewhere else. We can do it, but no, they have selective outrage for different things. And if you speak on something and say you still like Kendrick Lamar, but this is just kind of problematic, and this is why it's problematic, they already like, oh, you hating. You don't even get to talk about the situation. They'll write you off. So it's really tough in that space. And it's uncomfortable when we have these conversations. I know once it hits the net, they're gonna say that we're undoing stuff. Here they go. You know, people ain't. Some of them ain't even really black to be having this conversation. You know how it's
you
gonna
really
go.
said it. I have to run. I have another commitment, but that's what I was going to say in my parting remarks. Just in that, I think it's worth mentioning that what Kendrick did was historic. It was beautiful. It's epic. I want it on DVD. If I have to get it from the leg man at the gas station, I want it on DVD. Listen, just the way that he was able to give a master class and just the craft of emceeing himself, the way that he put on for his city, showing he's tapping in real organic ways with the people that he selected, the way he was able to bring rivaling gang factions who have real active tension and nothing pop off before, during, or after. And just to celebrate Black culture in real, authentic ways. It was a cultural reset in a much needed way. We needed someone of his ability and of his stature to do something like that. Someone who was also connected to one of hip hop's most important cities too. So all of those things coming together and then happening on Juneteenth was a beautiful thing. But that's also the beautiful thing about community, that we can praise you, we can celebrate you, we can go up. We was going up in my house watching that thing, but we can also have this. Listen, the wife and I, we was going crazy watching that thing. It's like, y'all need to go to bed. Like, we're trying to watch this right
I
now.
was reading Antoinette's tweets.
So
She said,
I was
"Odd
losing it.
times."
but with that said, though, this is a needed conversation because Dee Barnes exists, Michelet exists, children who Dre has harmed exist, and they are part of our community. They are worthy of our attention and our protection, and we have to stop excusing abuse and harm that is done to people, particularly if we're going to continue forward as a community. So, Ole, appreciate you having me on, y'all.
Thank you, my good friend.
Yeah.
I love the
I
Ole and
think it's
Friends
interesting. I'm thinking about my
videos.
own community. I'm thinking about my own like family gatherings, you know, cookouts and shit. And it's always
We're all thinking
somebody.
about
It's
that one
always a
uncle.
couple or a couple folks that you like. And I think what we're doing away with that is really courageous and really necessary is just the
What? Yeah, there's like a mix of like. Let me try to clean up the surrounding space and try to like maybe let me try to clean up the surrounding space and try to like maybe the outline of the nose a little bit would be nice. Get down like the outline of the nose a little bit would be nice.
company, right? Well, if you actually do it, that's like one
Why
step.
not?
'Cause
Oh
now you have a
yeah,
company
we gonna have
name.
my
Now you
Amazon
have an
open. I think
identity.
I'm
Now
gonna.
you're
Oh
like
yeah,
made.
we gonna have my
I think I'm
Amazon
gonna go ahead
open.
and get
I
that
think I'm
little
gonna
mic
go
that
ahead and.
attaches to the shirt.
I think I'm gonna go ahead and get that little mic that attaches
see.
to the shirt. See, it's so difficult.
Let me see.
A little like a pink in
See,
there.
it's so difficult.
So like a little like a pink in
like
there.
the yellow in the back.
So
well,
like
not yellow, but
it's
like
the
the yellow in the
tan
back.
golden
Well,
skin
not yellow,
underneath,
but
and then like the
the
pinkish
tan golden skin underneath, and
like
then like the
I guess
pinkish,
like the flushed
looking colors of the skin
like the I guess like the
on
flushed
top.
looking colors of the skin.
This shit may or may not look
On
crazy,
top.
but
We're rocking with
this
it.
shit may or may not look crazy, but
It's
we're
interesting
rocking
because the
with
color
it.
like you
It's so hard to
it's
see.
interesting.
Like
It's still so hard to see the color, but there's like a little bit of pink in there. I'm gonna go ahead and start, I think, on the nose, I suppose. I'm trying to think, is the jaw okay? No, I feel like it's crooked. I think that jaw is crooked. That's gonna bother me. Let me turn this back.
One of the
sweeping it under the table, not talking about it, not addressing it. You still can come, but understand that we're going to lovingly hold a mirror up to you and ask you to do better. I think
What's that thing on TikTok? Say the weird thing.
I mean on TikTok, but shout out to that. Okay, I'm an older woman. Okay, but not. Yeah, I think it's incredible, and I think that this is an example of how to love somebody as much as I love Kendrick and say, bruh, something else to just consider. And I know I got a lot to consider over here. Shit, I know I do for my own self. You know.
And that's my thing. Oh, that like alone, like the the neck. Like I remember years back, I think 4 years ago now, one of my friends I grew up with, we were crew back home. He is an abuser. Like it's crazy. Like he's an abuser, and it's nuts. What's nuts about it is right. Like if you didn't know him and like know him as a friend and know that information, he is like. God forgive me how this is gonna sound. He's very dumb, like not like slow or anything, just actually dumb, like a regular dumb person, like a dumb guy, like a himbo. He's dumb in a way that, like, if you're his friend, like you don't even he doesn't even seem intellectually capable of turning up on you, like being mad, like he'd be so zoned the out, don't get it, like he's a dummy, you know what I mean? And like our own person, I swear to God, and he gets with these women. Bruh, like, but he gets with these women he's romantically involved with, and he turns into a demon when he's mad or whatever. It's like, I swear to you, he reserves whatever rage or something for them. And I remember I knew he was because we had heard stories, like he's our good friend. We'd heard stories from girls he's dated earlier in earlier years that he's abused, like in smaller instances. But then he got married. He married a woman and he was abusing the shit out of her. And again, we all know this. We're hearing the stories from her and between each, we know it to be a fact. And then when she like finally like she went on like social media and told everybody, like she posted pictures of the abuse, I remember instantly like calling all my male friends to like that are in that group to be like, don't you start trying to like excuse it or start tap dancing like it's a mutual abuse. Don't do nothing crazy. Like, I'm not saying we have to cut him off, but we have to acknowledge that factually he's done everything that she says he's done, and we have to deal with him. Like, we have to like explicitly acknowledge that, not water it down, right? And I remember I went to him. First of all, I went to her first. I like went to her, checked on her, offered me my all my support, you know, with her in this. And I remember when I spoke to him, like, listen, we love you, but you have a problem. Like, don't even try. Like, the first thing you need to not do is don't try and mitigate this. Like, don't try and pretend like it's something else or put it on her or blah, blah, blah. Like, none of that. Like, we're not trying to discard you or get rid of you or anything like that or whatever. But like, you need to acknowledge this. And I sent him this long thing and he was like really receptive and good to it or whatever in that conversation that we had. And then the next thing I know, I didn't realize he like goes to his wife who he was abusing, who had left him, and like tells her, oh, she was never a good friend. Like, she always been hating on me and working against me and all this or whatever. And he like blocked me on socials and we didn't talk since then, because I'm not going to run behind my abuser friend to like get in your good graces if you're not because of whatever.
Weirdo.
But I said it to say, like, I don't think we have to. There's a world where I want you to pretend. Like, I'm not a person who pretends that you need to come on the internet and condemn your personal friend or that you need to cut all your friends off or when you hear things with them. But it is incumbent on you to like acknowledge that factually and try to be in a world with them where you work on that or they change or they something. And if they don't, they are those type of people you realize is beyond you, then they are beyond you. But it can't be a world where your friend continues to be an abuser or be a piece of shit person and you want to keep them. So you pretend not to know, or you try to mitigate it, or you do, you know, a song and dance with them.
We had to.
I come from, I told you guys, I've been in an abusive household.
I'm okay
right?
with that.
The person that birthed me is
Okay, we do.
is, you know, a former
This is
abuser.
why I
And
need the stencil.
that's
Next
I ain't
time
gonna
I'm doing
just
the
throw them
stencil,
away.
bros.
You know, that's I can't love them to death. But you know, even having a conversation about it at first is Caribbean. He's like, what you talking about? That didn't happen. That was crazy for me. I'm like, you know, you're not going to sit here. But because in the culture, also, it wasn't a bad thing. It was like, that's how you correct your person. And so being here and raising, you know, Haitian American kids, we seen it both sides. So we had to be like, no, you know, it's not good. Like that's not a good thing. And so trying to have the conversation, first there was denial, and I'm like, but I love him so much. And I'm going to keep on seeing how we can have the conversation in a way where he'll understand and be receptive to it. So we kept working towards it instead of just, because I remember I tried doing the throwing him away thing, but I love him too much. And so like I did a year without talking to him, and that hurt me. And then finally, you know, went back in, didn't go in immediately and was like, you know, we need to talk about this or I'm not going to know. I just went back to trying to build that relationship, and then finally got to a point where we were able to have that conversation. It was very sensitive, but it was open and he was receptive. Not as I would want it to be, but him being receptive and at least listening was a big deal. So I know if we're trying to get our community of people to have the conversation, we can't be so quick to throw people away. And be able to have those conversations, maybe walk away for a little bit, and then, you know, have those conversations in a different way than what we expect it to look like by just bringing it there and expecting somebody to really
because I think even outside of the theoretical and the hope of like what this could be, the practice of it is so difficult, right? Like I think around, like, even for me, I try my best to always engage in like restorative practices. I do. because I think it's important to model it. But I know there's one person in my life who abused me when I was a kid that's never going to be redeemed in my eyes, right?
Yeah.
Because I was on the receiving end of that piece. And it was a kid from an adult, right? And so for me, I'm just at the point where it's like, I don't need to see you anymore. And that's my little sibling. Those are my younger siblings. That's their father. I refuse to even have to be in the same room as him, feel the need to forgive him. I was blamed for some of his stuff. And so I understand like the difficulty in what this is, especially when they're in personal relationships. Even sometimes familial relationships seem to be a little bit more difficult because being with that person in and every day, you're like, well, it's not every day it's going to be like this, right? And so is this person worthy of redemption? And then the other piece I'm thinking around is like my navigation with that. I said, yeah, I'm gonna do as much therapy as possible, but that needs to stay where he's at. Versus like when I go and do work in the prisons, I visit the Philadelphia prison every other Thursday, and like talking to some of the youth, it is so sad to see like how young they were when some of these crimes they commit. And these are people who have attempted murder. These are people who have successfully engaged in gun violence and stuff like that. And it's so difficult because I'm like, there's a space where I can see where community has failed, right? Has failed a child. And now for us, we are only going to discard them because we are now seeing the results of a failed community or a failed upbringing in some spaces. And so I've been in the space of trying to negotiate those truths of like, who do I see as worthy of redemption? Do I see kids and harm done as children from young boys worthy of redemption? Because some of them are just like committed to being like, I got 20 years. Once that 20 years is done, hopefully I am good, right? And so I'm thinking around that kind of work that I've been engaging in and what it means for me to start soon working and building curriculum around working with currently incarcerated people who are adult men and stuff like that.
Well,
and that it's making me reflect on even like those moments of like, oh, I can engage in these people because it's also like there's a distance and that almost happens that allows me to feel like I can do this a little bit easier. So when I think around how the practice of restorative justice is sometimes difficult when you on your end are on the receiving end of the harm, right? Or the abuse. And then trying to think around like, but I believe kids are redeemable. I believe everybody should have a chance until it was on my end. And I was like, fuck that guy.
Because I think, right, like it's nuanced and it's really complicated because I guess the way I see it with the whole like the topic of throwing away these people, throwing them away as abusers, the reason why there's a popular thing that happens online whenever I feel like whenever any kind of accusation happens, the first thing the internet or I guess the larger world starts doing is policing all the people they know are closest to them. Like, have you condemned this person? Have you cut them off? Have you thrown them away? And I think that is such a terrible model because at the end of the day, right, like you as an individual can throw a person away out your life, but you can't throw the people away. They're still in the world and they're still in community and we're going to interact with other people and do harm to people. And if there's nobody,
that's
My name is Lucy, and I have to figure out who I am.
Sorry. Community or the support system that person has, that's the best batch, the best shot we're gonna have at those at anybody being able to like embrace them, course correct them, change them, teach them anything, right? And I don't think, and so I think it can be a dangerous model to think like you condemn them and you send them off into the world to like interact with everybody with nothing having happened. But two, that being said, I don't think the people that are on the receiving end of these people's abuse have any obligation of any kind to keep them in their life or to forgive them. And I also don't necessarily think that should be where we look to as our model for whether or not restorative justice has happened or what we do as a community to respond to them. Because I think, I think you're never going to make most of your victims are never going to be made whole. Like even if everybody did what they were supposed to, a victim can simply never be able to forgive you or never find you genuine or never embrace you. And that's their right. You know what I mean? That's their right. And that should not be, whether or not a victim forgives you shouldn't become the criteria for whether or not you still need to do more or you still need to try or you need to do whatever. And people can have a mentality like, oh, there's nothing that person they can do to please that person. So you know what I mean? Or they don't have to do anything or they don't whatever have you. And I think that's not the case. I think two things can happen where you acknowledge and hold space and respect for how a victim feels and never diminish that or anything like that, while also still having your own separate communal standard of for restorative justice. And this person can either meet it or they don't, right? So when I think of like a Dr. Dre, like I know Dee Barnes personally. I spoke to her, but I'm not going to speak for her. I'm going to talk to her like next month or on her own individual and let her talk. But I don't think he's never tried to. Dr. Dre has never tried to make Dee Barnes whole, to atone for his wrongs. There's never been any restorative justice or anything like that. But I also don't know that if he did, he could. And I think that's her rights. You know what I mean? What she has been done and what she's been wrong. And I also think if there was a world where he had continued to not be an abuser, if he had engaged in restorative justice, if he had earned the forgiveness of the community, if he had changed, I think it would be okay. There's a world where the community could accept him or forgive him, even while still having respect for Dee Barnes' position. Now, that's not the world we live in. He hasn't atoned on any front, you know what I mean? Whether it be to Dee or to the community or his own changed actions. But if you see what I'm saying, y'all, like as far as I think multiple things can happen. I don't think victims are required to, and survivors are not required to get on board with whatever the community is deciding. You know what I mean? Or if the community forgives, they have to forgive, right? But I also think the community can respect that position and also still create their own standards. And we need to, for what these people need to do to be able to be invited back into community, even if they will never be forgiven by the people. They can never make right what they've done to the people that they've abused.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, bars. I guess that's the show, y'all.
No.
Can we hit it one more
create their
time?
own standards, and we need to, for what these people need to do to be able to be invited back into community, even if they will never be forgiven by the people. They can never make right what they've done to the people. Multiple things can happen. I don't think victims are required to, and survivors are not required to get on board with whatever the community is deciding. You know what I mean? Or if the community forgives, they have to forgive, right? But I also think the community can respect that position and also still create their own standards. And we need to, for what these people need to do to be able to be invited back into community, even if they will never be forgiven by the people. They can never make right what they've done to the people that they've abused.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay, well, bars. I guess that's the show, y'all.
No. That was it. There ain't much more to say after that. I mean, I hope and pray Dr. Dre is able to do some real work on himself, because whatever demons he's fighting, he hates himself. It's evident.
Yeah,
like he can get up there and rap and do all that, but bro, it's something.
Maybe. Personally, he's probably effed up. His home, his thought process, everything is probably just not good. There's no healing.
In my humble opinion, if you are able to inflict that type of pain on somebody and you can't regulate your nervous system enough to like calm your shit down, and you do it repeatedly, imagine the turmoil, the dis-ease that he is walking around and functioning with. And then being praised when, like, I know he goes home and hates himself. That's what a prison. Like,
right.
Wouldn't wish it on my worst enemy. But also,
they love to bring that nigga out for an award. They love to suddenly just honor. They honor Dr. Dre. Like, I feel like they find new ways to honor him.
Imagine being that sick and then going up and smiling and being this beacon of light for everybody. And then when you get back home under your covers, you got all this shit around you. It's glitz, it's glamour. You look like everything's great. And then them demons.
The demons.
I mean, look at them. It's real tricky over there. I wouldn't wish it on my worst enemy. That's a sad life to live. But and I think that there's a lot. I mean, just the fact that Kendrick worked with Top the way he did after the things happened with Top and his pop, and like just understanding the complexities of the human experience. I think that that's also something that's very interesting to Kendrick. So maybe there is another side that he sees that we don't know about. Who the knows? But all I know is
the privilege of men is that we see each other as human. We don't see women as human. Like, I think we can also just like name the thing a thing too. And so it's just like if he's discarded, then you can discard me in the same way. right?
Yeah.
And so
Not
that's what.
fully
So I
human
think
anyways.
that's the other piece we like. I can talk around this piece all the time, but I'm like, I can see the humanity in another person because even if we start off the episode, the immediate thing I was able to name is like, let's look at the humanity of what Kendrick represents rather than immediately being able to take right away. Like I'm able to contextualize and try to make sense of how men work. And so it gives me the space where maybe I won't immediately just be like, no, get that nigga out of here. Right. And so I think it's also important to recognize for us as men and men who are watching this is like, make sure that we're also checking how we are quick to humanize each other, but in that space of humanizing each other, we're throwing away those who may be harmed. And so that's the message that we continue to send. So I think from a media standpoint, from a humane standpoint, it's continuously recognizing when you are on these large platforms, though it was not Kendrick's intent, maybe, right, to say I'm honoring legacy, but the impact is you sent a message out to say this is still permissible behavior, and I'm still going to honor this man despite what his legacy actually entails, his entire legacy, and acknowledging that entire thing. So I think that's the last piece I would really hope, like as we get into this conversation around restorative justice, transformational justice, what does it mean to be redeemed? Remember, in that space of redemption and that journey of redemption does not mean that you get to ignore the harm that was done. And so, yeah, as men, I urge a lot of us to just internalize and check ourselves before jumping to quickly defend because of our own anxieties around being disposable.
Right.
Particularly Black men.
Ooh, a bar. Okay, real rap bars.
Wait. I want to.
Our own anxiety. And that journey of redemption does not mean that you get to ignore the harm that was done. And so, yeah, as men, I urge a lot of us to just internalize and check ourselves before jumping to quickly defend because of our own anxieties around being disposable.
Right.
Particularly Black men.
Ooh, a bar. Okay, real rap bars.
Important to recognize for us as men and men who are watching this is like, make sure that we're also checking how we are quick to humanize each other, but in that space of humanizing each other, we're throwing away those who may be harmed. And so that's the message that we continue to send. So I think from a media standpoint, from a humane standpoint, it's continuously recognizing when you are on these large platforms, though it was not Kendrick's intent, maybe, right, to say I'm honoring legacy, but the impact is you sent a message out to say this is still permissible behavior, and I'm still going to honor this man despite what his legacy actually entails, his entire legacy, and acknowledging that entire thing. So I think that's the last piece I would really hope, like as we get into this conversation around restorative justice, transformational justice, what does it mean to be redeemed? Remember, in that space of redemption and that journey of redemption does not mean that you get to ignore the harm that was done. And so, yeah, as men, I urge a lot of us to just internalize and check ourselves before jumping to quickly defend because of our own anxieties around being disposable.
Right.
Particularly Black men.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
okay,
yeah.
real rap bars.
The 2022 CDC Clinical Practice Guideline for Prescribing Opioids for Pain can help you work with patients to make decisions that prioritize their overall well-being. Find trainings, tools, resources, and more at CDC.
Woman's X.
Okay, let me go to TLC real quick. Hold up. Let me go to TLC real quick.com. Let me take this watch later off too. I'll take this stuff off. No. Yeah, this came on yesterday, which is interesting because it normally comes on.
Something is coming. Something even they're afraid of.
There we go.
Godzilla Kong: The New Empire.
It normally
Rated
comes
PG-13,
on
streaming July 4th, exclusively on Max.
Previously on 90 Day Fiancé.
At Emily Senegalese wedding.
We want to welcome Mr. Valerie.
Hello. I don't know if he's gonna be supportive or is he's gonna like talk.
I'm so curious what he's gonna say.
We have been thinking she will not be able to make our brother here very happy.
You should be like, what the can I do so you don't leave?
All right, tell me what I need to do while you
You
move
should
out.
have asked me.
Man, if we wasn't married, I committed to her, and I give it everything I can.
So piss me off. I'm not gonna come back.
Dr. Dev told me I need to stop doing everything I'm doing.
Okay, so what do you want me to do? You want to go lay down on the bed all day and that's it? We were not prepared for the surgery. You downplayed it and you told me it's nothing.
Downplayed it because if I didn't,
That's it, I'm done. I'm going to sleep on the couch tonight.
So why were you on this group? You know,
Because, this process takes years. Like, I get depressed.
so you're supposed to tell me things like that.
I'm tired of being alone.
You can sleep
Okay,
in bed
it's starting
tonight.
to, I guess the shape of it is starting to
My
satisfy
heart's
me a
telling
little
me
bit
to
more.
stay, my mind's telling me to go.
Gulino told me, my smile is too, wide.
I videotaped some of the girls that I thought had good posture.
Excuse me?
He should have
You're just
said
making me
that.
feel bad about myself.
The girl from Haiti, wow, so good.
If he keeps
You
it
treading
up,
on
he's
thin
gonna make
ice,
me lose the
bitch.
pageant.
Cuando somos en Nueva York, tú fuiste con alguien para enviar dinero. La madre de
And
sus
this
hijos.
motherfucker.
It's comical, Manuel. My issue is that Manuel painted a picture that they don't talk. Yeah, it's comical, Manuel. It's all funny, Manuel.
Okay, now I think I'm gonna put rolling on my bra. Oh, I line the chin again. Oh my god.
Whoa, look at you.
I'm putting this bronzer in here, so because I haven't had the chance to tan in Michigan.
There's tanning booths in Michigan.
That's so sad that you have to live in a place where you need those machines. In Panama, it was just the sunshine.
Is that your hot pink swimsuit for the competition?
Mm-hmm. I shave. You don't see any hair.
No, it looks terrific.
I'm getting ready for the first competition of the beauty pageant, the bathing suit competition. And I'm very
I feel like-
excited because I look beautiful. I feel beautiful, despite Gino's criticism. So I'm just gonna go and do my best.
Maybe I should just fill that.
So
part.
it looks good. Looks good.
Oh shit! What happened?
I don't have a camel toe.
Maybe
Do I
should
have a
fill that
camel
part
toe?
in.
What's that?
The entrance.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness gracious.
Okay, camel
Wait,
toes
what?
is the right? Is imagine this is the can you see it? This is the and when you wear something tight, you can see it.
Oh yeah, those look like
Oh yeah.
that does look real. Oh my gosh.
Are you getting excited? Pervert! You cannot look at any camel toe. Oh my God. You're weird.
That's your
Jasmine,
weirdo,
let
bro.
me see your posture. You been practicing?
Yeah.
And can you roll your shoulders? I didn't see you roll your shoulders or do posturing. That's
From
when
1
I
to
was-
10. From 1 to 10.
You mean I have to rate it?
Yes.
I'm not very good at rating.
Better be careful.
So I'm not
bitch.
a 10.
4.
Incredible. Be more supportive. Stop putting me down.
See, look. she's just being honest, but like Jasmine got insecurity issues. She know that. You gotta walk on eggshells around Jasmine. You gotta walk on eggshells around Jasmine. We all know this. I think I'm gonna rock with it like that. I think I'm gonna rock with it like that. I think. Never again am I gonna do this and not set up with a fucking am I gonna do this and not set up with a fucking
Ready to go? I think we have to go.
I kinda gotta suck it up.
Yeah, we have to go.
I kinda gotta suck it up and just do it. Stop complaining and then just do just check your
Welcome back, everybody, to the 2023 Miss International World Competition. All right, that's what we want to hear. Now, I know that some of you know all about pageants, and the things that we look for is women that can empower. We look for beauty, we look for intelligence, and what they're going to do going forward, because our motto clearly states, more than a pageant, more than beauty.
Well, without further ado, let's get this show rolling.
That motherfucker sound like Gino.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Trying to get this jawline. Okay. Before I do anything else. Hold on. I want to see when Jasmine walk out. Hold on, let me see what I'm doing. That's another fucking thing. God damn. Camera. I'm just trying to do this with the camera in the way. It's always a pain. Okay. I think I'm okay with that jawline. I think.
We're concluding our show right now, but thank you.
What the hell do I know? I ain't never done a damn pageant in my life.
Thanks so much, and we do have our ladies going into rehearsal for the parade of costumes. Thank you, everyone.
See you later.
Hi, baby, please. I need. How did I do?
I think your pageant walk, could use improvement, and, it's not good.
Are you serious? All Gino is trying to do is put me down. But I know that I got what it takes to be a beauty queen. Just shut up.
No, I'm not gonna shut up.
You're very rude. Kisses. My cooter's tingling.
Ew! Why do we have to be privy to
So I
this.
feel better than I have since I've been at this hotel. Do you?
Well, I feel okay.
Last night, I thought I was going to go back home to the U.S. and pull this visa because it's just a lot. This has been a lot.
They are a hot mess.
But waking up this morning, I don't feel like I did 2 days ago because Michael told me for the first time that he was really lonely. He's showing me more emotion, more than I've ever seen in 6 years. But it's so hard to figure out the truth with Michael. And right now, I need to decide if he is telling the truth about everything he said. I need to know. This is a good thing for us to talk like this and not fight. And I'm listening to you and you're listening to me for once from my heart, not my words.
Yeah.
But you have to prove to me that this is not what your intentions are. You always destroy the trust I have. And I don't want to not trust you. I feel like everything we've learned in couples therapy, it just got thrown out the window. Like, now we've got to start all over again.
She always think, like I'm shady, and for the fact that I don't tell her everything that go on with me. It's all my fault because of what I've done in the past by lying to her and But I believe it's a new beginning for us now, as soon as we get the visa and we start living together, hopefully things might change and she will start believing me. I mean, gain the trust back.
I really feel confused because I do feel like you were using me. And putting all this together, what I've been through and all, like, we don't know when that visa's coming. What if we start fighting again? What if I find out something else again?
That's why I gave you the phone to check it all if you want to. There's nothing I'm hiding. Deep down, I truly love you, and I'm not using you for the green card or for the visa. Okay?
Oh.
So I am going to stay to see about our visa. I don't want to pull it. But that doesn't mean everything's still okay.
Quite honestly,
You know
I'm
what I
Team
mean?
Michael
We're
even
getting
if he
there.
is.
It's a process.
If he is scamming her, I don't care.
I want
She's trash, bro. She's so trash.
Yeah.
But just don't think I'm not watching you.
I'm Team
Because
Mike.
I'm watching. Just because I'm smiling at you, I'm watching.
Babe,
What's her green card?
I'm tired of fighting you, hurting you, and all that. I am. I don't want any.
Yeah, I'm finally happy with like the shape of the head. Jesus Christ.
I need to stay for this visa because we're in
Now I
a
can
better
start
place.
with
We're
the
not
hair.
fixed. We're far
This
from
background is
fixed.
black. I found it this half
But we
lake.
are emotionally connecting again. It doesn't mean I don't think there's shady. I do. But I believe it can change. Like, it doesn't seem like he's saying things just to make me feel better this time. This time, I think he understands. I'm his partner. Don't answer me like a test. Like you want to give me the right answer. And I felt the difference.
I'm not going anywhere. We are both here together for it. It's our visa, not my
So I
visa.
keep telling you.
It's our visa. I got you. Yeah.
You ready?
Do it.
It's so sexy. When I decided to get the surgery, I thought for sure that it would help with my body dysmorphia, but those issues aren't gone yet. Look how skinny you look.
surgery, if
You
you
can
already
see
got
all of my
body
dimple.
dysmorphia issues, surgery ain't necessarily gonna magically solve that. That's why so many people like constantly get surgeries because they have and they think that's like the next surgery is gonna solve the issue. The next surgery is gonna solve the issue. It's like I think I'm gonna play. I'm gonna play video games. I'm gonna do some off camera and then come back. I'm gonna do some off camera and then come back. Because I feel like it's taken so long. Because I feel like it's taken so long. Just focusing on like the just the like shape. Just the like shape. I'm kind of annoyed about. I'm kind of annoyed about not like setting up properly. That's my own fault for not like setting up properly. But I think I'm happy like with how that looks. But I think I'm happy like with how that looks. Like the shape of it, I think looks like the shape of it. I think like I had to get rid of the sword. Like I had to get rid of the sword and reshape the head. Recolor the head. Oh wait, come on now. Oh wait, come on now. You shit. You shit. But yeah, that's why so many people get like tons of surgeries. And become addicted to plastic surgery. Let's see. Let's see. Move. Move. Let's see. Let's see. Okay, I definitely need to make the skin like more tan. Like more tan. This is too light. This is too light. But I like that a bit more. But I like that a bit more. I think I need to do more black around the collar. I think I'm gonna fix the collar. I think I'm gonna fix the collar. You know what? I might actually work on the. You know what? I might actually work on the clothing. The little robe. I think I'm gonna work on the robe. The little robe. Camera. I think I'm gonna work on the robe off camera and give her a neck and give her a neck. Bring the robe like the collar of the robe down. Like the collar of the robe down and give her a neck. And like line work and stuff for the like line work clothes. And stuff. I think I'm gonna do that off cam. Clothes. I think I'm gonna do that off cam. I want to play. I want to play a game. I want to play. I want to play a game before I get off. Hold up. Let me get my shit together real quick. I think I'm using the Nexigo for It's so much easier, like painting off camera, but I do want to like kind of track what I'm doing a little bit. Maybe I'll probably put like together the compilation when I'm done, so like I can have like a YouTube video of me customizing this shoe. Maybe minus like the reactions. I don't know. I'll probably edit and put everything together. Okay, let me make sure my shit's closed before I start. Oh, I hope it's not a pain in the ass up at the knees next time I use them. I think I'm gonna go ahead and get. I don't know if I have it already, but I'm gonna go ahead and get them vinyl, the little vinyl paper, so I can use it to make the stickers. I mean the stencils that stick on the shoe, pretty much. That'll make my job so much fucking easier, and it'll make everything move a lot smoother and quicker. So I definitely have to do that. All right. Move this shit out the way. Yeah, I like that much better. That looks so much cleaner. While I'm started on the eyes, that does look so much cleaner. Shit, should I bring out my mic? I don't really feel like it. I ain't even gonna lie. I'll play for maybe an hour, maybe less. We'll see. Um, yeah, I'll hook my mic up. I got more room. Oh shit. Shit is falling everywhere. There we go. Okay, let me see. Oh shit. Hold up. Mexico, get it together. There we go. Let me see how to get this straight here. Scoot my little ass over. Okay. So, I'm so cringe. I'm so dumb. Oh man. There we go. All right. We should be good. I should be able to like, that's a little big. Let's see. Oh, my forehead is foreheading today. I think that's all right. I'm trying to think, where should I be? Should I be up here? Okay. Okay. The last time I checked, somebody got shot or stabbed. Like we were like throwing rocks in protest. And then somebody got, oh, Chapter 7, Big Brother.
My old friend Abbas. He's like a cockroach. Everyone tries to kill him, but he always finds a way to survive.
Hold up. Okay, isn't that on? Oh shit. I feel like I'm gonna have to do full screen. Like I wasn't planning on it, but look like I'm gonna have to now. Let me see. Can I see it if it's full screen? Let's see.
He was the person who showed me the ropes here in Evan, back in the early days of resistance. Abbas was a master of manipulation, and you all became his pawns.
Abbas would never trust a twisted scum like you.
Wait, who's okay? Now I have to look up like who's Abbas? I once again don't know who these people are. I don't know much about the Iranian Revolution, so it's like I don't know how to play this. And I'm learning, you know? Are we talking about Mahmoud Abbas? I'm so confused. Is it Yasser Abbas? I don't know. Who's Abbas? Let me look up Abbas. Iran? Maybe. Who's Abbas?
I see there's still some innocence left in you.
Who's Abbas? Like, I ran a revolution. I have no idea what's happening. Is this maybe this is Abbas, an Iranian photographer? Like he covers. Abbas photographed the revolution in Iran from 1978 to 1980 and returned in 1997 after 17 years of voluntary exile. The Iran Diary. His book, photographed and written as a private journal, is a critical interpretation of Iranian history. Interesting. So he left voluntarily. Which I would assume means like he definitely Hold on. Hmm.
I lost my innocence here. Savak bit me,
Oh.
raped me, tortured.
I guess I'm like, shit, how should I play that? Like, should I just say nothing? Hold on, go back. Let's start over. I feel like I should say nothing. I feel like I don't know enough about Allah. You know? I mean, he left voluntarily, so I would assume, like, I don't know.
My old friend Abbas. He's like a cockroach. Everyone tries to kill him, but he always finds a way to survive. He was the person who showed me the ropes here in Evan, back in the early days of resistance. Abbas was a master of manipulation. And you all became his pawns. I
Yeah, don't
see
say that.
there's still some innocence left in you. I lost my innocence here. Savak bit me, raped me, tortured me. But they couldn't break me. You know why?
Because you were committed to your cause.
Yes, because my cause was just, unlike yours. You know what I love about Evan?
You get to torture
Is that
people?
you never know which ghost you're going to run into.
Oh, brother. Who is this? Who did you?
Have you nothing to say to your brother?
Hussein? Aradan. Reza, what are you doing here, Dadash? Hussein, what's going on? Dadash, brother, look at me.
That's
no.
enough.
Hussein.
This
has nothing to do with this, please.
Nothing would make me happier than to cut this Savak scumbag to little pieces. Reza, I wonder if you really care about
Oh, shit.
Get up.
Reza,
Push him.
please. Tell him what he wants to know.
Get up!
Oh, no. Oh, no. I feel like I'm gonna get his brother killed. Oh, I gotta... Shit. So Abbas is is an Iranian, I'm assuming, political photographer. I would assume he's... What? I would assume he's pro-revolution, which is why he left, because he wasn't happy with what was going on in the country, but I don't know. Now moving on to the brother. Shit. I gotta say something. I ain't trying to... Okay, maybe he can torture the brother a little bit, but not kill him? I don't know.
Reza.
It's gonna be okay, Hussein. Please.
Hang in there, bro. Oh, God. What are you about to do?
Is this the woman you met that day? Think, Reza.
Fuck.
For your brothers.
It could be her. I can't remember.
No!
Please.
Yes or no?
Reza, tell him what he needs to know. No.
Oh, shit. Shit. I'm gonna have to say yeah. Oh, no. Okay, is he gonna die like I did? Fuck. Okay, okay, he might die. Like, if I'm trying to, like, keep it real. This could go wrong. And he might die like I did when I played this the first time. I don't want to sell her out, though. People, I mean, revolutions happen. People gonna die. It's just what's gonna happen. I mean, it's true though, but it's like, damn, that's the brother though. I don't know. People are going to die. Revolutions are bloody. People are going to die. Shit.
No more. I said no more. No more, Raja, no more.
Your name is Bibi Golistan, but you already know that. Was she the one giving orders to Babak and your cousin Ali?
Fuck. Now my brother's gonna hate me. Oh no.
It was the first time I met her.
Have it your way.
Bruh! I'm trying to.
I'm sorry. If you care for me, tell him. Was she involved?
Fuck. I really don't want to tell him anything, but I feel like my brother's gonna hate me. Shit, I'm gonna have to say something. I am. Like, this dude's gonna hate me. But then I'm like, revolution.
With Ali, were they lovers?
I don't know.
Then she was with Babak.
With Babak?
There's no place for a whore like her in heaven. God only takes the virtuous.
You know nothing about her.
So it was you.
Bitch.
Your parents failed you. They taught you nothing about loyalty, and now your brother has to suffer for it.
No! I'm sorry, Hossein. I'm sorry.
Reza.
Damn, see? Oh no.
Enough. About this woman. Bibi.
What the fuck is that?
Tell me everything about Bibi.
Damn, I'm
Every
afraid.
detail, Reza.
Damn, he's gonna fucking hate me, bruh. I'm trying to like talk enough so that he don't kill him, but like not say too much. Chapter 8, just enough. Fuck, he's gonna hate me, bruh. Pahlavi Street?
Babak, where are we going?
You'll see soon enough.
What's with all the secrets, Babak?
The less you know, the better, Reza.
Okay. Okay.
Vasa, wait.
Oh, you gonna go home and you try to go home
Like they
anyway.
shut down all the movie theaters. Yeah, they did, after Savak burned down Cinema Rex. Reza, why is it so hard to believe?
I don't know. It just doesn't make sense, all right? There's got to be more to the story.
Well, Aramkun, trust me, you don't want to be making this argument when we get inside. come on. Yeah.
Wait, I didn't hear what he said. Who burned down the? He said the police did that.
Just a knock.
Yeah.
Will Bibi be here?
Yeah, she should be.
Hey, how do you know her anyway?
Well, she volunteered in my village about 2 years ago as an engineer, helped us build a well.
How did she go from being an engineer to starting a revolution?
Look, Rezajan, you see enough bad things in life, it motivates you to make a change. You know she's the one who's been publishing her pictures.
I'm glad she likes them.
She thinks your pictures can be a real asset.
My part is taking pictures, not choosing sides.
Look, Rizzo, you may not realize it, but you're gonna have to pick a side, okay? You may not want to, but it's gonna happen.
Especially as a political photographer.
Hey, what are you doing? Who is this guy? Pull back. He's on our side.
Your pictures are quite powerful.
What are you doing? He's one of us. I'm taking him to Bibi. Stop it!
Oh shit!
You're going down.
Oh! I keep forgetting. My mouse buttons are like the opposite way. That's why it wasn't working. That's hilarious.
Hey, what are you doing? Who is this guy? Pull back. He's on our side. How come I've never seen him, huh? Talk. What are you doing? He's one of us. I'm cool, relax. I'm taking him to Bibi. Stop it!
I mean, that's probably a good thing they're so, okay, this part.
You're going down.
Wait, what? Oh, am I supposed to point the mouse like directly in the middle? Because I'm like pressing. I didn't think it mattered where I pressed, but okay.
How come I've never seen him, huh? Talk. What are you doing? He's one
I'm
of
with
us.
Baba.
I'm cool, relax. I'm taking him to Bibi. Stop it! Hey, get off! You're going down.
Oh, there we go. I have to do it in the circle. That's why.
I'm going to kill you! Help! Help! No! Say goodnight!
Come on, Reza.
Reza, no! Don't hit him!
Don't hit him. That's Loom the pacifist.
You okay? What the hell is wrong with these guys? These guys are supposedly the muscle.
Thanks, Ali.
What's wrong with you, Nazar? Why did you attack me? Jimmy, Sabah is all over us, and you want us to...
I mean, we know why attack. They gotta like make sure like ain't nobody just coming in blowing up the spot, you know?
Civil? So that makes it okay for you to kill him? They were only doing their jobs. You're lucky, kid.
Get out of my face.
When are you gonna...
Wait.
Okay, calm down.
Wait, why did I just say nothing?
All of you, let's go. You. Come on.
What do you think she's gonna say about letting in strangers, huh?
He's not a stranger. He's family.
I mean, I know why they did it. They're just being protective anyways.
Reza, you're not like those animals. You might have thrown the rocks with them, but you understand that violence is not the answer. And no more cigarette breaks.
Okay, okay.
That's Ali's cousin?
Bitch. Radio City Cinema, Chapter 9.
After the police raided the dorms at the University of Tehran, Bibi sent us up here.
It's a genius idea. Who'd think to look for us here?
I know.
They would never look for us here.
Hey, Ali, what's going on? Reza, are you okay? What happened?
Jafar and Nazar. Things got a little out of hand. So what?
That's not how we handle things, Ali.
And how exactly are we supposed to handle things? With words?
Okay, that's Ali.
Banners? No, we need fists.
Ali, boss. And that's Baba.
Force.
Abbas made his orders clear.
Who do you think put me in charge? I don't have to justify my actions to you.
Bruh. No infighting.
Ali has committed his life to our cause, but his passion is a little misguided.
You're right, Bibi June.
Look, I might not agree with him, but he's still my cousin.
Please, then talk to him.
What about Abbas? Is he here? Is he okay?
He's okay, Babak. He's recovering. You saved his life, Reza, and he'd like to see you.
Wait, he wants to see Reza?
I'll take you to him. Saeed, please take Babak backstage.
I'll catch up with you later, Reza.
Come on.
I remember a few of these people from the protest. What are they doing? Are they packing up?
Abbas believes we've been compromised, so we need to be ready to move. It's just a precaution.
I'm gonna take some pictures.
No, that's not a good idea. Everyone's a little suspicious right now.
I doubt he means that.
Why not? Cheer up.
These clerics, they hide behind their religion, but the truth is, they want to rule this country.
Khomeini is doing what your supposed great leader Mossadegh failed at creating, an independent
It was
Iran.
Mossadegh who fought to nationalize our oil, not your clerics.
It was us, the Mujahideen, who fought the Americans and the British.
And you failed because you lack conviction.
What are you saying?
Any movement in this country void of Islam is destined to fail.
That's right.
Enough! Tudeh, National Front, Communist, Mujahideen, Islamic, it doesn't matter. In the eyes of this regime, none of you count. How are we going to beat our oppressors if we can't come together and put aside our differences? Only then can we bring about real change.
That's true.
Khomeini is the spiritual leader, yes, I get it, but he's just one of many. Now get back to work. There's still much to be done.
I'm sorry, Bibi.
This way, Reza. Come on.
You heard her. Let's go.
Do you still have the rolls of film from the pictures you took today?
Are, I do.
Good. Can you process them for me now? Reza, I really need those pictures.
So do you have a place I could develop my negatives?
Nazar, come to the lobby, please.
Oh, what a wish. This guy.
You can use our darkroom. We've acquired some photo processing equipment from the state-sponsored newspaper. Nazar will show you the way.
This way.
Chapter 10, a clear picture. Okay, this is where we were from at the beginning. Drag a print into the tray. I'm assuming this. And keep it down. Right? I'll move it around a bit. Abbas being what? Is that it? U.S. cannot do anything. Wait, you don't even know what a bus looks like, bros. Is that right? Is that it? Okay. Looks like he's getting arrested or something.
How are you feeling? Should you be up?
No, but one cannot expect change by sitting.
Oh, this Abbas?
please excuse us.
Abbasjon, Babak can stay.
I wasn't asking, Reza. Excuse us, Babak.
Thanks, Reza.
Close the door.
That's my brother.
What did your pictures reveal?
Yeah, I'm sorry, Abbasjon. I couldn't get a clear picture.
It looks like it could have been anybody up there. The nationalists, the clerics, the communists, or even my friends, the Mujahideen. Looks like they all want me dead.
Why would they want to kill you?
I don't want Iran to trade one master for another. I want it free, not kowtowing to the Americans or the Soviets, or even God. Truly free.
Not many people have your conviction.
You're right. Which is why I needed your picture to shed some light on who might have done this.
There are no other witnesses?
You are my only witness.
Look, I don't know who did it, but I found a few things in the alley that you might find interesting. Abbasjon, do you recognize this?
That's from the bazaar.
Wait, how do you know that?
My father used one just like it in his rug shop. He used it to shear extra wool from the rugs.
Guess what? I found your wallet.
They took my ID.
Ah, I'm sorry.
It doesn't matter. I can get another one made downstairs. But this, there is no greater poet than Rumi. Here, I would like you to have it.
Thanks. Merci, Abbas.
It's my pleasure, Reza Jan.
Oh, I
You know
should
what,
say, are
Reza?
you sure?
There might be another way to find out who the mole is after all.
Hatman, I'll do whatever I can to help.
The truth is that Bibi and I have made it no secret that one of your pictures will identify the mole.
Wait, what? Well, why would you do that?
Reza, it was the only way to draw out the mole. It was my only chance.
Yeah, that explains why everyone's so suspicious of me. Ay, Khoda, what have I got myself into?
Babakjan, Bia, come in. Take him to Bibi. Get him a new ID.
Look up,
He's
I'm
going to
just,
need it.
I'm just a photographer, that's all.
Nonsense. You've been the eyes of the revolution. Now you need to be the ears. Wait.
You
Shake the
did just
tree.
say you do whatever
Look
you
around.
can.
Talk to people. Reza, tell me who could have done this. I'm depending on you.
A clear picture. We need some intel. Chapter 11 joined the revolution. Yeah, he got to like kind of
Now
put
what?
aside now.
What? You need to be somewhere? Take a look around. You can't beg at.
What the hell is this?
I'm hungry. I hope they have
What
some
is that?
sandwiches behind the stand there.
Sandwichi called loss? Oh man, I'd kill for one right now.
قابلی نداره. Have some. Help yourself.
No, I can't do that. You're too kind.
Oh, it's so dark.
It's my
I could have
pleasure.
lightened this up.
That's Taro for you. The whole world could be dying of starvation, and an Iranian guy would still offer you his last piece of sandwich.
Sandwich. Hey, can I pick it up?
Those are some great movies.
So I'm assuming just talk to people, maybe? Let me see about the lightning. Where's the brightness? Okay. That's weird. You can't. Okay, that's weird. So I'm assuming we talk to people.
The Deers. Oh, that's the movie that was playing during the Cinema Rex fire.
This said death toll. Is that BB? Who is that?
Didn't you find one of those pamphlets when you were clearing the alley?
Hey, I'm so glad you read that pamphlet. Now you know what's happening on the streets.
Wow, you did this all here?
That's impressive.
The state papers lie, so it's up to me to report what's really happening.
You've been using my pictures.
I didn't know those were yours. They're great. They really bring home our message. Not just to the people of Iran, but to the entire world.
I'm glad I could help.
So, can you get me more pictures?
Yeah, sure. I'll get you some more pictures.
خوب کردی رضا. Giving Yossi your photos was a good thing.
Ahoy, Doctor. Dr. Shariati. God rest his soul. He may be gone, but his message lives on.
مثل حرفای شریعتیه. It's just like Shariati said. A strong government, vanguard of the people.
Shariati believed in strong government. I'm not so sure he'd take up arms to make that happen.
The Mujahideen.
Aspects of public administration. Rather, the more widely used term for politics in the East is siyasat, or so-called shepherdly politics, and it implies there being a vanguard that guides for the people. Therefore, the government must either undertake the commitment of leadership and the disciplining of the people and society to the best condition possible. It must assume the role of the teacher of the people and the leader of the people, or no. It must be the petty administrator of the society and the keeper of social order. But in the East, the goal of politics does not involve the bureaucratic aspects of public administration. Rather, the more widely used term for politics in the East is siyasat, or so-called shepherdly politics, and it implies there being a vanguard that guides for the people. Therefore, the government must either undertake the commitment of leadership and the disciplining of the people and society to the best condition possible. It must assume the role of the teacher of the people and the leader of the people, or no. It must be the petty administrator of the society and the keeper of social order. But in the East, the goal of politics does not involve the bureaucratic aspects of public administration. Rather, the more widely used term for politics in the East.
مملکت رهبر میخواد آقا. This country needs someone to lead us to victory. I'm not sure that's that possible.
We've been in here for too long.
Mossadegh? My dad was a major supporter of his.
Mossadegh was our last big hope.
Mossadegh? Who is that?
What is this? It's hilarious.
It's garbage. Ashkhale. Trying to convince us that between ski trips to the Swiss Alps and hosting chic dinner parties, he thinks about the future of this country? It's insulting.
Who's Mossadegh? Former Prime Minister of Iran. CIA coup, eh? Interesting. Of course. Actually, let me read it out loud. Soon as when I looked up Mohammed Mossadegh, there was a question: what was the CIA coup against Mossadegh? The 1953 Iranian coup d'état, known in Iran as the 28 Mordad coup d'etat, was the U.S. and British instigated Iranian army-led overthrow of the elected Prime Minister Mohammad Mossadegh in favor of strengthening the monarchical rule of the Shah, Mohammad Reza Pahlavi, on 19 of August 1953. So it's always the U.S., bruh. It's almost. It's not always the U.S., but I mean, look, it's usually the U.S.
So, are you done looking around?
Hold on, one more time. I won. Nah, I'm not done yet. Let's see what he talking.
What do you two want?
Abbas told us to come visit you to get a fake ID.
Damn it. I saw you at the protest. You were with Ali, throwing rocks at the soldiers, right?
Yeah.
Barikallah. It felt good, didn't it?
I'm surprised you're cool with this, Bobak.
Why?
Non-violent and a lawbreaker.
I'm against violence, not staying out of jail.
Pick your name, date, and place of birth. I don't have all day.
Oh, so we get to pick up like a new name? Just because I know Omi from The Walking Dead, let's do Omi. None of these dates are like significant at all. So, what's today? The 20-something? Let's go March 20th, I guess. We probably gonna have to remember this information too. Oh shit, hold up.
October 1st. $1959.
And that's the last name? Oh god. Shiraz, maybe?
Shiraz.
If somebody catches you with that, you never met me. Hamidi?
So, are you done looking around? Hey, keep that hidden. You don't want to get caught with that.
What was this Shiraz like the month? Okay, I think I'm about done, but let me look around a little bit.
What's going on?
More.
Never forget the sacrifice of our brothers.
The Tudeh party suffered the biggest loss. Hundreds were executed.
Okay, now I need to look that up too. What's the Tudeh party?
Yeah, come, we'll do something fun.
It's a lot of reading and learning.
Yeah, she'll be there. Investigate.
You're cheating.
Tudeh party, Iran. Is an Iranian Communist Party. The statement of the Tudeh Party of Iran and the murdering of the Palestinian people recognize the independent state of Palestine. And the pro-Soviet Tudeh Party were marginalized or outlawed. Social and political protest was often met with censorship. Interesting.
You always win.
Bah, check this out. 66, Jof Shish.
What do you two want?
Relax, John. He's new.
What is this? A social gathering? Jashne? Baba, Bibi is slipping. She's becoming way too trustful.
You're gonna need Joe Sheesh, my friend.
The hell with this game. This is just another example of a capitalist tool used to brainwash the masses into competition.
Don't worry about him. He's just angry because he's losing. So, you're Abbas's new pet project, huh?
Look, we're all here because of Abbas.
Yeah, sure, whatever you say. Hachi Tobe.
Pet project.
Go on, get out of here. Get out of here.
I don't even know what they're playing, so.
Speak to Allah. He always has an answer.
Hey, Nigokun, remember the old man? The walking wall of martyrs.
Ah, it's my good friend Mr. Photo, Captain Durbin.
Hmm.
Did you develop those pictures of me? Did they turn out well?
It's gonna be a great picture, a real powerful way to get your message across.
Merci. Care to join me in prayer?
He said, I don't do that. Sure.
Thank you,
why not?
Samanova.
You can wash yourself over here, and then join me. Salam alaikum.
If he's
Bismillah
religious.
ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. Al-Rahman ar-Rahim. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Our great prophet Muhammad once said, "You will not enter paradise until you have faith. And you will not complete your faith until you love one another. I see that love in you. God be with you, Reza."
And with you, Samanova.
I like that.
So are you done looking
Abu
around?
Bashir, may your prayers be
Oh,
heard.
what the hell?
That was peaceful, wasn't it?
Wait, what's the and that's the back out, I'm assuming. Oh, this is how to pray, I'm assuming? Okay. Okay. I think
Nothing
we
like
are
prayer to
done
clean my
here. So you can stop like walking in place now. Bye-bye.
You always win.
I think we looked at everything.
It feels like something bad might.
I think we looked at this dude too. Right?
No, sure. You can take a look at my copy.
Oh, Bebakshid, I'm sorry, I didn't know it was yours.
Don't worry about it, Baba. Go ahead and read it. Revolution is necessary.
That's it? Okay. That wasn't much of anything, but alright. Okay, I think that's it. We can bounce.
So are you done looking around?
Yeah.
I knew I recognized this guy. This guy, Savak.
I shouldn't have taken it so easy on you.
Next time, Ali won't be there to save you.
That's enough, Jafar. Back off.
What do you mean? I saw him taking pictures on the roof this morning with his expensive camera and bougie
Hazan.
clothes. He can't be trusted.
That's right, Saeed.
Vivian Abbas got it wrong. He can't spot the spy. He is the spy.
Chidori Migi, huh?
Abbas
You don't know
is
what
the
you're
one who asked
talking
for my
about.
help. I never volunteered for this.
Abbas. We can't rely on him anymore.
Look, I was in the crowd with Babak when Abbas was stabbed, not on stage with all of
He
you.
must have been stabbed by one of the soldiers.
Have you seen the wound? Didish is not from a bayonet.
That's right. It came from a shearing knife from the bazaar.
Yassi, you were at the bazaar this morning.
Why would I hurt Abbas?
We were all on stage, so that means we're all suspects.
Look, if you didn't do anything, you have nothing to worry about.
Whoever tried to kill Abbas will stop at nothing to destroy us. Start talking, Jafar.
Enough! Saeed, bring me that book. Who's this, huh? Look familiar? The name says Shirazi, right?
Yeah, it's a pretty.
Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit. Hold on. Wait. Oh shit. Oh shit. His brother is a Savak. Oh shit, I forgot. Oh shit, I forgot that quick. Okay. Bitch, how do they okay, how do I how do I play this? Act dumb. Let's stick with them. And then if they find out, then how do I play it? Cause my loyalties, once they find out that's my brother, they're gonna be like, yeah, your loyalties are gonna lie with your brother.
I'm a name.
He's one of us. I know him. I can vouch for him.
Of course you do, servant boy. No Karashi.
Enough. I'm no one's servant.
You probably helped him.
I'm getting BB.
He's a spy for the infidels.
Hey, it wasn't him. He didn't do
He
it.
needs to disappear now.
This is crazy. I didn't do anything.
Let's show him what we do to traitors. You're a dead man.
Hey! Let go of him now!
This guy Savak. He's involved with whoever attacked Abbas.
So he stabs Abbas only to help him in the alleyway?
That's how these guys work. First they gain our trust, and then they deceive us. Take a look. See? These pictures don't lie.
This is Hossein.
You know him?
Of course I know him. He's family.
What? Both of them. Didn't I tell you?
Just because they're related, it doesn't mean he's a spy.
That's what I told them.
In any case, this is not a group decision. Reza, come with me. Let's go.
Oh, shit.
You okay?
No, I'm not. It doesn't help that everyone thinks I have pictures of Abbas's attacker.
What did you say? You have pictures of it?
Did anyone here strike you as suspicious?
I don't know. Maybe?
Wait. Ali! The police are here! We need to go now!
Oh, shit.
Bedouin, destroy
Mike and I will
everything.
get Abbas to the roof. We'll meet you there.
Don't leave anything behind.
Reza, I need to know. The more. Tell me, who did this to?
I don't fucking know. I don't know. Who are the suspects? Holy shit. I don't know. Honestly, these motherfuckers are acting hella suspicious. I literally have no clue. I don't know. That's crazy. So I just met these people. Like, I don't know. Half of these people I don't even remember like what we talked about. Honestly, I'm just thinking about the dude at the door because he kept pressing me and kept accusing me of shit. Like, it's probably you. I don't remember the rest of them or what they did. This sucks. Like, I don't know who they are. Like, I don't even remember them. I did this. Who is that? This dude, I forgot who that was too. Oh shit. Dude with the glasses, I just saw him in the theater, but I forgot what the fuck he did or what we talked about. I probably am just gonna pick this dude in the yellow striped shirt because he's the most sussy. Accuse him.
It's Jafar.
This is awful. Like, I don't know who it is. Like, how are you supposed to know?
I understand what you're going through. I sat in that very chair.
And yet you show me no compassion.
I spent 7 years in Evan because I assassinated one of Shaw's officials. I convinced myself that I did it for political reasons. But the truth is, I did it because it made me feel powerful. So you
Bitch, that's
see,
you!
we are not so different.
We are nothing alike.
Confess, cleanse your soul, and be done with it, or you will never be saved.
I have nothing to confess.
You act as if you are so innocent, but your actions have hurt so many people. Do you even know what you are fighting for?
I fought for Iran, an independent Iran.
That is the difference between us. I fight for our fate. The great Prophet Muhammad once said, "You will not enter paradise until you have faith."
And you will not complete your faith until you love one another.
Shit, was that religious? Was the guy who prayed? Nah, that's probably, I mean, he probably just said that because he's a Muslim and he's religious. That doesn't necessarily mean he was automatically the traitor. I still feel weird about like picking the guy out of the lineup because I'm like, I just met these people. I don't know them. I just picked the dude because he kept accusing me of shit.
May have misjudged you.
Now I feel bad. Like, did I make a
Who was your
mistake?
teacher?
I feel like I did.
His name was Salman.
Do you think that a gun or knife is the only weapon that kills people?
Of course not.
What about your camera? Is this a weapon?
It's only a weapon to those who are hiding something.
It is not so simple, Reza. He was found in a shallow grave a few days later. Do you know the difference between the two of you?
Oh shit!
I have no doubt you will tell me.
He died?
Like you, he was not a traitor.
Oh, fuck. I mean, I guess that isn't that surprising. Bitch. Like, how are you supposed to pick from a lineup of people you just met who the traitor is? There's not like a lot to go off of.
Yet his parents will never find out. Your pictures are what justified the killing of this person.
Bitch, that ain't what justified the killing of him. He just said pick the dude out the lineup. Like, that's it. I don't fucking know.
You killed him as if you pulled the trigger yourself.
No, I did not kill him.
That is my call to prayer. When I return, you and your brother will enlighten me about what happened with your arrest at Radio City Cinema.
Eat me. Oh shit, he's gonna hate me.
You okay?
Oh no.
What do you care? You defy him. I'm the one who pays the price.
Let me help you.
Sit down. Sit down, Gupta Mishin. He wants us to stay in the same position. Mishin.
I never meant to hurt you, Hussein.
They broke me.
Oh,
They broke me, Reza.
What about mother and father? Mama and Baba? Can't they help?
Mama and Baba, Mother and father?
Are they dead?
I haven't seen you for a year.
Oh.
I thought you're dead. I thought you're dead. Where have you been, kid?
It was best for me to lay low, out of sight. Besides, I've changed.
Changed? You're still the same. Do you think of anyone other than yourself?
Damn.
Look, brother, in the end, our fate lies in your hands. Don't forget that.
Oh, shit. Man! You know what? I think I'm gonna end it there. I think. Oh, we start back at the cinema, eh? I kind of want to play a little bit more, I ain't even gonna lie. You know what? I'm gonna end it. I'm gonna end it. And I'm gonna come back. We're gonna play this again. It's getting good. Video. Full screen. Take that off. Okay. All right. Cool. Yeah, I think we'll come back and play that because it is like 2 a.m. This was cool. I think it, like, because of my lack of knowledge of this history, it is like making me feel like a dumbass. Nah, it's just hard to kind of like. I gotta make decisions like, bitch, life or death decisions, and I don't know how I feel about that when I'm like so not like, I'm so ignorant on the topic. That's why I'm like just trying to, as I go through it, look up who the people are. Should I trust them? Should I agree with what the warden is saying or not? That is kind of tricky to work around, but like it's interesting learning about it through the game, and I guess some of it might like be embellished too, so reading about it definitely helps. But I'm gonna do some of this off camera. I'll do some of the clothes with Lucy Liu and Uma Thurman's character. I think I'm going back and play this too. I do gotta finish Dead Island too. I'm trying to think, am I gonna play this or Dead Island first? I don't know. I'll figure out what I feel like doing. I think I'm gonna stream some other day this week. I'm not even gonna lie, I can't guarantee which day it's gonna be. Let's see. I might stream. I like to do it when I'm not working out, because like that's just an extra thing that I gotta do, and I'm in the gym for like 2 hours. After like I'm like working as a caretaker during the day, so I like to stream when I'm not in the gym, when it's not a gym day. So I might, if not Tuesday, then probably Thursday, I'll be streaming. One of these days I will do like a longer stream, but I cannot like right now say I'm gonna commit to that. Like I can't even. But probably a Tuesday or Thursday I'll be back to do a little gaming and maybe customizing some more. But yeah, I'll probably do some of that off cam too. Anyways, I'll see y'all next time. Adios. Good night. Bye.